All right, everybody, for the first time since 1937, we can say these words. Alabama, Vanderbilt, top 25 matchup. It is the first time we have an AP ranked game between these two teams. Vandy 5-0, 1-0 in conference play. Alabama coming off that win last week against Georgia. We're now taking on the Commodores, trying to get revenge on what happened last year when Vandy snapped what was nearly a 40-year losing streak. Nearly snapped that with that win in Nashville last year. Now in Tuscaloosa, trying to turn the tide around as Bama looks to win their fourth straight game, coming off that win on the road against Georgia. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. My name is Jerry9. If you've never been to a JJ Live stream before, how it works is like this. Fire one in the chat. Any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer anything. I think going to get to everything in the chat in just a second. Any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see him. Vote in that poll. He then wins this one, Vandy or Bama. If you are a member, you can show us for either one of these teams using the emojis in the chat. We have the emojis for Vandy and for Alabama. I should also know that every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which game we are calling on Friday night. South Florida, North Texas, Rutgers, Washington, or Fresno State, Colorado State. Which game are we calling? You're going to help me decide with your donations which one we're doing. Also, should note that I do this thing every Thursday night called Live Band Karaoke, where I sing with the band. It's not my band. It is a different band. It is a band that just happens to play at that bar, and I'll sing a song with them. $50, I'll sing any song you want me to on that list. $25, you get a song that's half off. And which song is half off, we're going to decide right now. Give me a second here. Which song is half off? We're going to spin the wheel to figure out which song is half off. And we're going to go from there. So, 52% you run with Alabama to win this one. 48% on Vanny as things sell close to ball in just a little bit. Ain't Too Proud to Beg is a song that is half off. By the Temptations. Go back to the 60s for that one. So for $25, if you want, you get Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Real really likes the 60s today. Ain't Too Proud to Beg is half off. All right. So, let's see what we got happening in the chat as we do everything. As Brock Bowers looks like he's not going to play for the Raiders against the Colts tomorrow. Just got the update there. All right. If Vanny wins divorce, he catches fire. I don't know. For the Georgia one, I think he's okay. After the Georgia one, I think he's okay. Is Florida driving right now? It's looking good. Looking good. They're driving. But we will see. Yeah, ICU looks like they're going to lose. Looks like they're going to lose. Belichick crashing out. It is not good right now. It is not good. It is really not good for UNC. I'm shocked by how bad the defense is. Offensively, I knew they were going to be bad this year. Defensively, I'm flabbergasted by how atrocious they are. Legitimately flabbergasted. Yeah, Cubs not looking good right now. What two teams are on tomorrow's radio? Browns and the Vikings. And thoughts and Bills wishing the Jades good luck? I mean, I get it. I mean, they played in Buffalo for a little bit during COVID. The AAA affiliate's there. Makes total sense. I have no problem with them doing that. All right, let's do this thing. In Tuscaloosa, a ranked matchup between these teams for the first time since before the Wizard of Oz was a thing. Kickoff, Fields in the end zone, taken out. We're underway. Bama in the red to start off to 10, 15, 20. And brought down the 26-yard line. This game over on ABC. As Liu taking Vanderbilt to win this one. Bringing Vanny to beat Bama. I am team that just swell. Yeah, a lot of people, I think they want to see it happen. I think for a lot of people, it's they're going with their heart and not their gut. But we'll see. We will see. As one of the favorites for the Heisman, Ty Simpson will take the field. And for that good game against Georgia, 24 for 38, 276, 2 touchdowns. Very clean, very efficient in that one. And we will see what happens on the opening drive here for the Crimson Tide. Simpson looking sharp for the team. Vanny plus 11 and over 50. Let's go. All right, let's see what happens, Architect. Appreciate tuning in as always. Yeah, every donation got to Stribble to make the call. How many decide which game we are calling. First down to the top, one the bottom. Hands it off to the side. It's Jam Miller. He will get a yard on that one. Down to the 26-yard line. Miller played for the first time this season last week against Georgia. 16 carries, 46 yards. Was a rough day for Bama running the ball. 117 yards on 38 carries, so you're averaging about 3 yards a carry there. The takeaways from Michigan is that Haynes is really good. Underwood's improving. Yeah, Underwood didn't look the best today, but compared to where he started the season, looks a lot better. And Haynes is a Heisman favorite. Haynes might be one of the top 5 for the Heisman, potentially. 2 the top, 2 the bottom. Now Miller goes in the backfield, so 1 the top, 2 the bottom. Gonna give it to Miller on the sweep. And Miller to the 30, gets a nice block down the field to the 35, now the 36-yard line. Gain of 10 and a first down. Nice block in the second level by Parker Brailsford, the center, number 72. No one is assignment in terms of what should have been a gain of 3 into a gain of 10. Pencil looks like crap so far. If they lose to UCLA, I swear to God. If they lose to UCLA. Belichick called points about 1 second left. Oh boy. ESPN announced it was pointless, so they're leaving the game early to go to a different broadcast. Okay, I need to check out this timeout. I need to see how bad this was. First down to 36. I might do a video on if it was really that bad. Ryan Williams in motion. Play action. Simpson. His first throw of the game. Middle of the field. Open and dropped. Dropped by Bernard at the 44-yard line. It was a good throw there. Martell Height on the breakup. But there was hands to the face, so it's not really going to matter. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Well, Florida's got 3rd and 1 here. Lagway hands it off. Oh, bounce outside. Come on, ball. Touchdown, Florida. Let's go. Touchdown, Gators. They will get hands to the face, and it's an easy call there. Miles Capers. Hands were all draped up on the tackle. And then what's the other footage? I do not. I have enough. I don't have the full game footage. I need the full game. Hopefully I can get it. Because it's killing me. Because there were so many dumb decisions I need to do on that one. Bernard motions to the top of the screen. One at the top, two at the bottom. Simpson, 3-step drop, out route. Bernard catches that one, and he's thrown down at the 44-yard line, gain of 5. Colby Taylor on the takedown there, brings us up 2nd and 5. Can you guys make the call on this game? You're going to help me decide which game we're calling Friday night as well. South Florida, North Texas, Rutgers, Washington, or Fresno against Colorado State. 2nd and 5 after Simpson's first pass of the day. Goes for a gain of 5. Again, Bernard on that last one. He's the leading receiver on the team this year. 20 catches, 310 yards, 4 touchdowns. Leads Alabama in all 3 categories. One of the best receivers in the SEC. The senior wideout. Brings up 2nd and 5. The special teams, that missed field goal was bad in the 3rd quarter. They hand off to Miller. And Miller, nice cut to get the first down at the 39-yard line. Yeah, Miller didn't do a lot last week his first game back. Less than 3 yards a carry. A run of 10 yards and a run of 5. He's in business. 2 first downs for him. You know flag. Zip 3. McCall McPrelly. Zip. Oh, yeah. The South Florida game was bad for that. Kind of with the fire. Appreciate you, man. Who have to fill in for Mark Sanchez? Yeah, because obviously you're going to have a fill-in. Who's going to fill in? I appreciate you, Connor, on that one. I'm guessing Matt Liner, potentially. I can know where the tour. All right, coming in hot right now. Coming in hot right now. Let's see if I can decipher the emojis. All right. Bowls. Well, that's like a cow. It was more like a cow. So I was confused with that. The South Park cows. But every game is going to have donation. This one. We don't fuck with it to her. Holy cow. You guys are coming in hot right now. They give to the side. And Riley on this one, the redshirt freshman, he'll get a yard. Wow. Holy cow. 3 in a row. You guys are awesome. Holy cow. All right. Let me get all you guys on there. I'm going to guess Matt Liner. I'm going to guess Matt Liner on that one. We'll fill in. That's my guess. It could be Clapp. I'm guessing part of the contract. I'm guessing he won't be obligated to do a game. I would see Liner filling in. And then BW Falcon the 2. I appreciate you, man. Best of luck to Mark Sanders' recovery. Yeah, apparently he was, like, obviously, I hope he's okay. I think he was the instigator in all of this based on the police report, but obviously he has not been interviewed yet, so there's a lot to dissect, but obviously I hope he's okay. He's in stable condition from everything I could tell. From every report so far, he is in stable condition. So that is good to see, obviously. Okay, 15 there, 6, and then 12. Simpson, 2nd and 9. Screen pass, caught, looking for a convoy, and we'll get a couple. And the linemen were a bit too far down the field there afterwards. Catch there made by Josh Cuevas, the tight end. Brings up 3rd and about 5. Split who root for being a Vol? I would root for... Oh, man. I root for Vandy. How's it going, Mike? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in for this one. I'm doing all right. We got a good day of college football. Can't complain. Back to his right, trips to the top. Give it out to Ryan Williams. He makes his first grab of the game, but he will only get to the 30. Needed about 4 on that one. Got 2. You can see Klatt doing it. I think it's going to be Klatt or, well, 2010 wildcard, but still. Super Bowl 3. That was in Baltimore, though. 73% of teams win game 1 and the earliest won the series. That's impressive. Bodes well for the Brewers. 4th down, they're lined to go for it. Got the bonuses on in just a little bit. 4th and 1. Crowd on its feet, but again, you got to be quiet, obviously, if you're the crowd. Offense at work. I formation here. Simpson. Play action. He'll have time. Fires. End zone shot. It's intercepted at the 7. Was looking deep toward the end zone, and it gets picked off by Hyde at the 7. Simpson's been so good taking care of the ball this season. That's his first pick of the year. And Vanny takes over inside their own 10 when we get back. Also, UCLA recovers. Oh, my God. Oh, please do this, UCLA. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. Oh, please do this, UCLA. Ball at the 7 was going to Cuevas on the corner route. And Martell Heights getting his first pick of the year, the 4th pick for Vandy this year. Lead for the first time all season. That is impressive. Since he wins. All right. Big 12 is just chaos at this point. Dumb decisions? Nah, you go for it there. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. 4th and 1 versus a 47-yard field goal in college. I'm fine with that. I am more than okay with that. All right, so BW Falk won at the South Florida game. I already got you on. I'm just putting the bonuses on for now. As things stand, that's a $10 bonus. These percentage of fans weren't orange in the swamp. Yo, I mean, it is orange-blue. It is orange and blue, so I do get the fans who wear orange. Again, it is a Florida color. I'm fine with the play call there. I'm fine with it. Talty's only 4 for 6 this season. Be a kick from 40-plus yards. He's 2 for 4 from 40-plus this year. I'm fine with the decision. Vandy's starting inside the 10, so not great field position, but they do get the stop. Go for Fuseli. Oh, please. Please do it. Please do it. It'd be so funny. All right, Texas could stuff for a loss at 2. All right, there you go. So we're going to see Diego Pavia coming in for the first time. Run up the middle. Yeah, the running game hasn't been like, it wasn't great last week against Georgia. If you're going to run up the middle, you got to spread the box out. James Young be fired? No, I don't think so. Every D.D. Westbrook for a touchdown? Did I make that video? Was that me or was it someone else that made that video? God, D.D. Westbrook, 4th round pick from Oklahoma. What was thinking of fondly for 2017? Everyone on that 2017 team I will think of fondly. You like what you see, folks? Hit that like button, subscribe. It's Wi-Fi UCL here, 87 SMU. Point differential is 0. SMU had a point differential of 0 that year. So, you know what? It's better than what UCLA's got. We got emojis in the chat if you were a fan of either one of these teams. We had a lot of people on during the Air Force Navy game. Crazy game, too. Navy winning by 3 in that one. High scoring affair. And now we have this game, and then we got the battle later on between Miami and FSU. Feeble Lions. Arch pressure. Who's going to take off and run? He's got the first. And tomorrow we should have a video out. Hopefully something Browns-Vikings related. Going back to the 80s on this one. Bizarre story there. So hopefully I'm able to get that one out, but we will see on that. Ball at the 7-yard line after the pick by Height. Pavia takes a snap in the pistol. Going to hand it off to the side. It's a gain of 4 down to the 11-yard line. Vanderbilt last game, a 55-35 win against Utah State. One of the reasons they were so good was because of the running game. 222 yards on the ground, over 7 yards a carry, I should say. Nice, some Browns are 8-7 SMU. I know no college team can be a pro team, but that wouldn't be a tie. That one is a tie. Last time the Browns played Vikings in Cleveland was 2009. Next time 2033. Yeah, that's insane. Ooh, should have been picked off. 2nd and 6. Tristan Bauman screen back to his right. Pavia takes it. First pass of the game. Fires in the flat. It's caught. But was his foot out of bounds when he made the grab? Oh, I don't think the foot was in bounds when he made the grab. But he was not. Just a lack of awareness of where he is on the field. Wide open the flat, but you got to know where you are on the field on that one. The foot was very clearly on the white. Obviously, you only need 1 foot in, but... Now, hang on. When he first made the grab... Okay, actually, that foot comes down. Okay, the first foot's in. That's all you need. They're going to review this play. I think they're going to overturn it to a catch. Eli Stowers on the grab. That should be a catch. Still, you got to be more wherever we were on the field. He set himself up out of bounds with the back foot, but the first foot was in. So I think this will be a catch. They are going to review this. I'm just going to assume it's a 6-yard gain and it will be a first down at the 17-yard line. And it was fine on play. So it wasn't great, but it was fine. Nothing to write home about, though. Texas punts it away. Meanwhile, in that game. Oh, God, that's so good. Holy crap, that is good by Texas. That is a special team. This masterclass by Texas. Man, that was good. Vandy top 5 team, they win. How's it going, Abby? Ooh. Oh, no, the foot was on the white. No. Foot was on the white. That's going to be at the 20. Good try, though. The foot was on the white. Ooh, top 5 team, they win. Top 10 team. Top 10. I think if they win, they should be... They have a good case for top 5. A very good case for top 5, obviously, if they win this one. It's just tough right now because you look at the top 4. You look at my top 4. I had Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Ole Miss in my top 4. Oklahoma. Obviously, Oklahoma, no Mateer, but I get if you want Oklahoma over Vandy. I think they could be. They could be. I don't think they'll jump that high, but so there's some undefeated teams ahead of them. I might have to leapfrog. Nightfall seriously low 5 Stanley Cup Finals. More exciting. God. Pitcher name is Feeble. Pitcher line 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. That's Feeble. Never should have walked the batter. Never should have walked him. You jump to 7? Yeah, they'll be top 10. They won this game. They're easily top 10. So again, they're reviewing this play. I'm assuming it's a first down. The first foot came down inbound. Still, lack of awareness by Eli Stowers, the graduate tight end, who last time out against Utah State, 6 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Most receptions on the team that game. Tied for the most alongside Junior Sherrill and Trey Richardson. But this should be a completion. That first foot comes down inbounds. Second foot comes down out of bounds. But that should be good for a gain of 6. Give him some breathing room. First foot in. Second foot way out, but obviously you only need 1. Foot comes down when he makes it. That should be a catch and a first down. And it is. So ball for 17. 84% thought it was a catch. And the referees agree on that one as well. All right, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom in the pistol here. And back to his left in the gun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Tristan Brown in motion. Pavia, quick little hitch route, caught the 25-yard line and try to muscle ahead for the first. Going to be a yard shy. They go to Brown, the motion man, the sophomore wideout. He'll get 9. Virginia up 7-0. That should be a fun game. National championship pick, you and Miami. I mean, Miami's not a bad pick. Miami's actually a pretty good pick. They look very good this year. I'm going Bama. I like Simpson a lot. I really do like Simpson a lot. With the Vikings making a QB move, Desmond Ridder has been released. Desmond Ridder has been released. 2nd and 1. After Brown's gain of 9 last time out against Utah State. Brown 1 catch for 11 yards. Diego Pavia going to take it himself, and he's going to run for the first down. Keep himself on the read option, and then we'll get down to the 29-yard line. Yeah, Ham is off IR, and Ridder is gone. So Pavia does what he needs to there. Fakes the give to Trey Richardson on the jet sweep. Takes a shot on that one, too. By Justin Jefferson, the linebacker. Released by the Vikings. The 2020 Final Four? Oh, yeah. Great Final Four. Some of the best defense ever. No points. Worst injury luck? 49ers. 2 at the top of the screen. Pavia play action. Come back around the 33. Caught him down to the 35. Junior Sherrill on the grab. Brought down by Damani Jackson. Miles Garrett and Justin School should be illegal. Yes, it should be. But it's not illegal in England. It's illegal in America, but not in England. Yeah, Penn's down 10-0 UCLA. I can't even imagine if that happens. If that happens, that is one of the biggest upsets. Second and 4. Handoff in the second level, 50, 45-40, 35-30. Cedric Alexander, he's in! Touchdown, Vandy! Cedric Alexander, the junior running back. And on a drive that started their own 7-yard line, they get in the end zone as Alexander takes it 65 yards. The longest run and the longest play from scrimmage for Vandy this season. Cedric Alexander. 65 yards to the house. And Vanderbilt strikes first in Tuscaloosa. I'm in danger tomorrow. 6-0. Your score. Extra point is up. It is good. Vanderbilt did a very good job running with the ball last game against Utah State. Over 7 yards a carry, 222 rushing yards. There's a weakness there. Bama against Georgia did not do a good job stopping the ground game of the Bulldogs. Last game, Georgia ran for 6.9 yards per carry, 227 yards on 33 carries. There is a weakness there to exploit that Vandy might have saw from that game. You see it there. Colby scores such a say. There you go. Alabama, opening drive, throws a pick. And then 93 yards, making it look easy. Cedric Alexander only had 33 yards last week against Utah State. It's 65 on that one run. His team high fifth rushing touchdown of the season. Been playing home game 2 of the new Titans game against Bill? I do, yes. Did I wrap the injury report? Yep, thank God. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Florida driving again. Fingers crossed. This doesn't impact Bama because losing the team that beat Bama is a quality loss. That is true. That is true. No free wins in the SEC except for Vandy. Well, with Nick Saban, that was true. With Nick Saban, that was true. To be fair, Nick Saban never lost to Vandy. He had every right to say that. If that is true. If he said that, that is 100% accurate. Oh, ball. Come on, ball. Turn the corner. Break a tackle. First down for Florida inside the Texas 30. Alrighty. This is getting a little bit interesting. The Jags have been to in total. Ooh. Probably like 50 or 60 games at this point. It's a fair amount. It's a fair amount. Touchdown Penn State, yeah. It was fun while it lasted. Fun while it lasted, UCLA. It's young to remember 40 and 44. Yes, we are. 2020 Olympics were also a banger. They were also an absolute banger. Commander Day beat UCLA. I'm not sure Penn State right now can beat UCLA. Super Veterans runs 5. Yes, he is. Yeah, I figured things out. Yep, I think so too. What's funny, I think it's actually cheaper to be a Jags fan flying down one than being a Jets or Giants fan. That's the funny part. It's actually, like, for whatever reason, it's actually cheaper to do it like that than the other way around. So 42 and 46 World Cup. Yep. Last school start fall break. How crowded do you think they have a Chick-fil-A off I-65 is in Alabama right now? Fall break? Oh, man. I would say every Chick-fil-A has at least 7 cars in the drive-thru right now. Everyone has at least 7 cars in the drive-thru. You'll have Arizona school start fall break this week, too. We don't get fall break in New York, but that's because we start after Labor Day. How are 19 LSU done against the Bengals? Offensively, they probably would have done some damage. Defensively, not great. But offensively, they would have done some damage. Kick field at the 7 to the 10. Runs into his own guy, 15. Bounces off his own man to the 17-yard line. Not the cleanest return there, and Bama going to start inside their own 20-yard line as a result. As Florida gets the first down in the red zone. Fall break, yeah, it depends on where you are. For the schools that start in August, it's a thing. Like early August, it's a thing. Or the schools that start in July. Like some Arizona schools start like late July. Yeah, so Nuts got to do it twice. Yep. Ball for 17 here. I'm pretty sure I got a student for this one. Last drive for Bama drove down the field, but then on 4th down, Simpson threw a pick. What can they do bouncing back on drive number 2? Simpson, plenty of time. Middle of the field. A rifle, incomplete though. Looking for Cuevas at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 10. I will not be streaming Chiefs Jaguars, but I'll stream after the game. After the game is done, I'll be streaming that one. One top, two at the bottom. Back to his left. Hand up the middle. And down to the 28, but there's a flag in the backfield. Could be coming back. Vanny seems to think it's coming back. Corday Sindor. Signaling that it's going to be against Bama, and the referee confirms what the Vandy defensive lineman says. Cubs got another point. Only like 10 more to go. More game of the day, Miami FSU? Yes, 100%. 100%. We're doing both those games tonight. We're doing this one right now. And second and 20. Only full break was Columbus Day. Yeah, we got Columbus Day off. We got the Jewish holidays off too. Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah we got off. Because we live in a huge Jewish community. Second and 20. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottoms. Florida's going to have to settle for 3 points. For Chiefs Jaguars, I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm thinking like 24-17 Chiefs. I think 24-17 Chiefs. Thoughts on Fox current baseball graphics? Not crazy about him. Not crazy about him at all. Oh, man. Second and 20. It's Florida to make it a 10-0 game. Simpson, they send 4. Deep shot, open, caught at the 40. To the 45 and down to the 48. Streaking down the sideline, Isaiah Horton. It's a gain of 39 yards and a first down. New York School's the only place to get Jewish holidays off? I would think so, yeah. I would think it is. Long Island is a huge Jewish community, Jewish population, so I would assume that New York is the only place that gets the Jewish holidays off. West part 2, yep. First down, the 49 after the grab by Horton. Back inside their own 10. They get out of it. Now they're near midfield, and here goes Jam. Jam with the cutback to the 35, 30, 29. He's back, baby. Jam Miller. They're missing the first 3 games of the season. He is back. Nice cutback there. Gain of 23 and a first down in Vandy territory. Opposite pick for week 5. I haven't looked at the spreads for that. Essex County and Massachusetts always the Jewish holidays off. Oh, there's that. And then Cuevas with a beautiful block on that one, too. Again, at the second level. Then Juke and the man out of his shoes at the 29-yard line. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his left here. You know, I'll check the spreads after the commercial break. So I don't know what the spreads are for this. Delayed handoff. This one goes to the freshman, Kevin Riley. He'll get down to the 25-yard line, taken down by Brian Longwell for a gain of 4. The score looks exactly the same, yes. For baseball, it looks exactly the same. But there's a flag on the play for holding. Second time they've been flagged for holding. You know, it's the same graphics as before. I'm not crazy about those. Not crazy about those graphics. So first and 20. And once again, Bama is going to be starting this drive. Or this sequence, I should say. With a long situation here. Second hold on the drive. All right, upset picks. Giants are underdogs against the Saints. I like the Giants. Cowboys are 1.5 point underdogs against the Cowboys. I mean, Cowboys are 1.5 point favorites against the Jets. Wow, that's it? Okay. You Pulaski off because of the large Polish population? Oh, I did not know that. Simpson, middle of the field. And that one, jump ball, called in at the 29-yard line. Rico Scott. We got the yards back they lost from the holding. Second and 10. All right, Payne never beat Florida. Eli did. So a lot of these spreads are a lot closer than I would have thought. Second and 9. Simpson. Flushed out. Shovel pass. It's tipped and incomplete. Was going to get his running back Riley, but a nice job sticking his hand up and getting the tip was Nick Rinaldi. Brings up third down. The Cowboys have a lot of injuries. Yeah, but the Jets are the Jets. Mostly a Northeast thing, yeah. It's mostly a Northeast thing with that. Third and 9. So my clock is still running for some reason. There we go. Let's reset that. Bernard goes in motion to the top of the screen. Trips to the top. Back to his left. Simpson takes it. They're going to send 4. Hit as he throws. And overthrown. The contact got him. Had his man open. Latsier Brooks was open, but the contact forced an errant throw. And now going to have to line up for a field goal from 47 yards out for Connor Talty. Talty was 1 for 2 last week. 4 for 6 on the season. He's 2 for 4 from 40 plus this year. His career long is 46. This from 47. To get Bama on the board. Snap is good. Kick is up. It is wide right. That was drifting right from the start. That's the second drive that Bama's gotten into plus territory inside the 30-yard line. And the second drive that they walk away with nothing. Vandy holds strong. They force the missed field goal. And the Commodores will take over the 29-yard line, leading by 7 in Tuscaloosa. Two drives for Bama. 2 jobs moving down the field. 2 drives ending in nothing. People tied. All right, so Diego Pavia. Last drive touchdown on the run. 65 yards by Cedric Alexander. Trips to the top of the screen. They're doing drive number 2. Play action is how it's going to start, but before that, it's blown dead for a false start. Flags are flying in this game. Pats plus 8 winning outright. I don't trust Jags plus 3.5 winning. Don't trust Titans to do anything. I don't trust Titans to do anything either. Back it up 5 yards. Jeez. All right. First 15 of the 24-yard line. And appreciate all you guys tune in for this one. Every day should count as triple Twitter make the call. Help me decide which game we are calling. On there. If the upset of the week. Is Pavia going to run for the first and then more? 45, 50, 45, and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by Justin Jefferson. They're in plus territory. Already over 100 yards rushing for Vandy today on this Crimson Tide defense. As Pavia gets about 36 there. Yeah, my biggest upset. Yeah, Giants. I got the Giants right now. Giants are underdogs against the Saints, so I'm taking that. Yeah, Brian Callow's an all-time bad head coach. He is. He is an all-time bad head coach. Ball at the 40-yard line. Diego Pavia, the QB draw. Yeah, this is a Bama team that allowed 227 yards rushing last week against Georgia. Similar struggles today on the ground, defending it. Play action, Pavia, they send 4. Stands in the pocket, checks it down to the 35-30, and out of bounds to the 29-yard line. Gain of 11 for Cole Spence, the tight end. That's a first down to 29. Is it a guardian cap? It doesn't look like it. How John's underdogs? I don't know. I don't know how they're underdogs. How's it going, Bobby? Girlfriend's roommate boyfriend really arrested last night? Oh, jeez. So you're driving not having a CHL? I don't know the laws on that. But you did the right thing. You did the right thing. At 3-18 against the spread, yeah, they're performing week in and week out. Yep. The Titans are just really bad. One on the top, 2 of the bottom, back to his right. Diego, they send 3. Intermediate route over the middle of the field, caught to the 13-yard line. It's Richie Hoskins. Gain of 16, and Vandy in the red zone. He never was done for the U.S. Saints making 3-4. That is also true. Wings, Bill Callahan worse than Bud Carson for worst coach in the conference championship. I think the fact that he outright after the season called his team quitters He basically called his team. Basically, Bud Carson was bad, but he never lost the locker room the way that Callahan did. The way Callahan lost the locker room was nuts. Trips to the top, on the bottom, takes a snap, middle of the field on the hitch, dropped. Would have been a gain of 5, but instead gets dropped. Broken up on the play by Keon Sabb, brings up second down. Missed the power draw? Yes. Callahan made it to the Super Bowl, so it makes it spicier? Yes, it does. But Callahan never changed the plays in the Super Bowl, even though Gruden knew everything. And he also called his team like the most, like the dumbest group of players ever. Like, he was something else with how he treated his players. There was like a mutiny. Carson never had a mutiny. 2nd and 10, back shoulder broken up. Xavier Brown on the coverage, looking for Junior Sherrill. Like, the 03 Raiders are one of the most functional teams of all time. Yeah, true many people UCLA, yeah. The 03, he lost the locker room. Is Diego Pavia a Heisman candidate for if he wins? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Tight coverage there, though, by Brown. Can he hold him to 3 on this drive? 3rd and 10. 1:46 to go in the first. Grizz here, the Raiders. I don't think Barrett Robbins will go off the deep end. I don't know about that, but I don't know if a coaching thing would have changed that. You having the social media age today? Oh, God. You Brian learned nothing from faults of his dad. No, he did not. Belichick even last one season? You know, I don't even know at this point. I don't even know. Gamana with a 5. Appreciate you, man. Where is the video for Delaware? So basically, also comes to Feeble Losers. Not good today. Appreciate it, Gamana. And which game do you want? Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you on the call. So the thing with the Delaware vid, I want to do it. They send 5, 3rd and 10. Diego stepping up, will avoid the sack. Ball comes down as he tries to run for the first, and Alabama's got it. Alabama's got it. Diego Pavio tries to run for the first, and he loses the ball. I think it was Tim Keenan on the recovery, number 96, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, I'm on with another dollar. Appreciate you, man. And stand alone. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You watching it? Perfect. Perfect. And was the knee down? I don't think the knee was down. Elbow, was it down? That's good. That's a clean fumble. Stripped by Justin Jefferson. Jefferson gets to strip. The elbow's not down. I don't think the knee is down at that point. But basically the video for the game, original call was fumble. I don't think there's enough to return that. I can't find the footage. Problem is that CBS Sports Network doesn't archive. So I need to get the footage somewhere else. That's a clean recovery. That is a clean recovery. So that's the problem. I want to be able to do, believe me, I want to be able to do the dump decision on Delaware. I want to be able to. I just seen the footage. And there is no footage right now. They're reviewing this play, but it should be bad on the ball at the 9-yard line. Both teams forced to get a turnover inside the 10. Pro local college football? No. I think with recruiting, it would be a nightmare. Recruiting and scholarships and whatnot, it would be an absolute nightmare. I would not want to see it. No, Diego, no. All right, I'll get you on Washington. This is the only day for this to be called, by the way. This is the only day for this one. So $18 going there. Got Manas in front, so that's $20 there. Connor's got the bonus. And then 5. Matt Millen, did they announce it? The answer is going to be Millen? That doesn't surprise me. That's not as fun. It's not as fun. I haven't seen anything. I've not seen anything. Yeah, the ball came out before they needed the turf, and Bama takes over at the 8. The handoff. We got some breathing room, then some. Miller to the 20, down to the 22. He looks like his old self again. Didn't really look like his old self last week against Georgia. Get into the flow of things again. for not playing the first 3 games. Over 10 yards a carry today after last week having under 3. Got the block there by Parker Brailsford in the second level. The initial block by Danny Lewis, the tight end, so he doesn't get bottled up behind the line. Follows his blockers for the easy first down. The Yankees for the World Series, oh boy. That would be nuts. 2 at the bottom of the screen. Handoff up the gut to the 26-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Hope we got the suspect. Yeah. Yeah, police. Apparently both suspects, they got both suspects. They got Sanchez and they got the other guy. So, apparently we're going to be okay on that one. Apparently the police have the guy. He was also receiving medical treatment. 2nd and 6, trips to the top of the screen. Horton in motion. They give once again to Miller. He's got the first and ends him to the 35. Miller to the 39-yard line. Gain of 13 every single play this drive. All 32 yards coming courtesy of Jam Miller. As Bama driving. As we go to the end of 1. 7-0. You're scoring this one to start. It's only 15 years between Yankees World Series titles. We're taking that? Yeah. You know, that's one way of looking at it. Yeah, Penn State loses. James Reckland's got to go, yeah. People saying lines with the score record marking to Bengals. Oh, they're not going to break the score record. But that would be... I think we could see a 50-burger. But scoring record, I don't know if I go that far. A large majority of America will be Jags fans on Monday. Yes, they will be. Yes. The Taylor Swift references are going to be a lot on Monday. It's like literally the worst time as a Jags fan for her to release the new album. Because, like, oh, God, the references are just going to be a killer during the broadcast. And Pascal So was a smart decision in the history of the franchise. I don't know about that. Oh, Jesus, Florida. Oh, that's a fumble. Florida just likes to shoot himself in the foot. Scorigami tomorrow? We might see Scorigami tomorrow. That'd be fun, Agami. That'd be fun. Let's make sure. Hopefully that was not a catch. 1, 2, 3. I've seen that go either way before. I think that's a fumble. I've seen that go both ways before, but I think that's a fumble. So at the end of 1, I didn't put the poll up. I just realized that. People saying Taylor Swift releasing too much music. Oh, I'd rather release too much than too little. 1 album a year is fine. Remember back in the 60s, they were doing like 2 albums a year. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. Sanders get punched for Fox Sports. Fact. Absolutely fact. He might lose his job. Sanchez is not one of the untouchable guys. Sanchez is not untouchable. He's on the lower end of the depth chart. He's not untouchable. I think if the police report shows that Sanchez was at fault, he's fired. I think he's going to be. Oh, did he get punished? He was the guy... Apparently he was the guy that started it. Apparently Sanchez was the guy that started it. Based on the police report, he was the guy that started it. Well, obviously, if he was just an innocent bystander, of course he's not getting punished. If he was an innocent bystander, of course he's not. If I really get a college football on CW with Tom Brennan. And appreciate all you guys tuning in both at 39 when we start the second quarter. You know, Soto is immune from criticism this year. He was one of the few Mets that actually did his job. Yeah, sorry. Yep. Must have ran to the blocker's knife. And if I had some episodes, comment on the video overtime with the way the rules are, go for the win. Yep, with you on that one. I was so confused when people were like, dumb decision, that's so stupid. I'm like, wait, what? It's not that. Like, I was more than okay with that decision. I was like, that's 100% the right call. Touchdown UCLA, oh my God. Oh my God. Please. Please let this happen. Please let this happen. First down to 39 for Batman for the run by Miller. All 32 yards on this drive come from Miller. He's on the game right now. It's Kevin Riley in the game, but they're going to give it off to the side to Riley at the 46. Jalen Stone takes him down, number 92. Make it 2nd and 2. Mariners in the World Series, we need Dorktown Part 7. I think we're going to get it. I think we'll get it. We'll get an add-on to that. Oh, he's so wide open. Oh, boy. And there goes Florida shooting himself in the foot. Here it comes. Here it comes. James back to the John Harbaugh College Football. This Harbaugh's won a Super Bowl before. To the top, one the bottom. 2nd and 2, handed off and brought down by the legs behind the line for a loss of 2. It's Joshua Singh. Just a 300 advantage spread. Easy. Ooh. Man, I like the way that they're, like to move the ball down the field. I think they're more likely to stop Bama than Bama is to stop Vandy at this point. To the top, to the bottom, back to his right. 3rd and 4 at the 45-yard line. And back goes to his left is Riley. Simpson. Changes the play. 6 on the play clock. Got to get this off. Still talking things over. 4, 3, 2. Back goes to his right. Gets off with 0. Simpson. Second read. Caught at the 38-yard line. Was looking on the hitch. But saw Bernard wide open. Striking down that same sideline. It's a first down into plus territory at the 38. Gain of 16 yards. Mariners have been on to the regular season. Yep, they do. It's going to be a nightmare. Tomorrow's going to be a traffic nightmare. Like, my condolences to anyone trying to get anywhere in downtown Seattle tomorrow that is not going to one of the games. If you're going to one of the games, it's a little bit different. Going to one of the games, you know what to expect. But if you don't know what to expect, oh, God. I feel so sorry for you. His traffic is going to be Godspeed. Hopefully you don't have to do anything tomorrow in Seattle. In the pistol here, to the bottom of the screen. Ball to 38. Going to give it off to the side. And Miller will get maybe back to the line on that one. CJ Hurd on the stop. Might have lost a yard either way. Be 2nd and long for Bama coming up. I'm pretty sure you guys been here. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. It does help us out. Tell them the channel to try to grow this community even more. Again, any donation, get a question right away. Counts as triple toward you make the call. This is the only day for this to make the call. Keep that in mind. Only day for this one. So help me decide which game we are calling. 2nd and 10. Back to his right, 1 on the top, 2 at the bottom. Drive start inside their own 10 after a Pavia fumble on 3rd down as he was trying to run for the first. 1 on the clock. Got to get this off. They will not. And Bama will burn a timeout as a result. That yelling in a lowercase interview? Huh? I have no idea what that is. Lamar puts some MVP numbers for the Ravens since the playoffs. It'll be a tragedy. Yep. Be like Joe Burrow last year. How's it going, Horizons? Appreciate you, man. Right. Just walk. Right. Yeah, no, you're just going to walk over. You're just going to walk over. They're separated by a 10th of a mile. They share the same parking lot. You're not driving over. You're walking over. I've done that before. I've done 2 games in one day before. I did a Suns and a D-backs game on the same day. That was fun. That was exhausting, though. Like, that was exhausting. Like, anyone doing that, I strongly advise take off work on Monday or skip school Monday because you're going to need it. If you're doing Seahawks and Mariners on the same day, you're going to need it because it is exhausting doing 2 sporting events on the same day. As a fan. I've worked 2 in the same day. But as a fan, I've never done that. Or I did it one time. Fan player all excited about facing Bama. They get blown up 50-0. Oh, that was a while ago. Oh, yeah, that was a while ago. Oh, yeah, I thought you meant, like, something recently. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, Illinois won. There you go. Beating Purdue. I'm not surprised to beat Purdue. Purdue is probably one of the weakest teams in the Big Ten. But, win's a win. A win is a win. Getting $25 for Ain't Too Proud to Beg at karaoke. $50 for any song on the list. Don't come to school Monday. Or take a half day at least. Unless you're gonna like sleepwalk through the day. It's a lot. It's from experience. I mean, I didn't have school the next day because I was done with law school at that point. But I just want to. I crashed as soon as I got back to my place. I did Suns Nuggets. I did D-backs Nationals. Cubs Bears. I don't think they're that close. I did the D-backs Nationals game, the Suns Nuggets playoff game, and then I just crashed. Jane, I was school superintendent, be no school Tuesday because the Jags play Monday night. Half day. We go half day on that one. Some of the schools in Jacksonville. Otherwise, I'm taking off. That's really hype about the West Coast. What's nice about the West Coast is that you don't even need to do that. It's like you hear the 60 Minutes thing on the West Coast, they're like, oh, well, I still plenty of time. On the East Coast, the sun's down, you hear the 60 Minutes ticking, like, oh, crap. The West Coast, you got plenty of time. The sun's still up. Like, we got a lot of time left. We're at a commercial break right now because of the Bama timeout. It's also Sox and Wrigley, yeah. Soldier Field, one of the problems is that it's very hard to get to. Like, it's not really near a lot. It's downtown. It's in, like, the heart of Chicago, but it's not near a lot, from what I recall. Ever cut a class in college? Cut a class? No. No, I mean, I've told there have been times where I didn't go to class, and I told my professor beforehand. So there was a conflict before, but like I said, I was feeling sick or something, but ever cut a class? No. No, I always let my professor know. I've missed class for things, but I've always let my professor know beforehand. One of the top three at the bottom, gonna run the speed option, fakes the toss, and Simpson will be brought down the 36-yard line. Number 15 taken down by number 15. Zaylen Wood on the stop. Yeah, City Field, very easy to get to. I've been taking the train to this. They remove the spaceship from Soldier Field and turn it into a series of athletic fields and parks. I like that. I like that a lot. I was going to copy his notes that he cut the class too. Uno reverse card. Uno reverse. Like, I missed class before for certain things. Robert Smith, they also be flowing to for Sanchez. That wouldn't shock me either. To the bottom one to top. Bernard in motion. 3rd and 7. Simpson's going to keep himself, and they take it away from Simpson's arm on that drive. So he gets nothing. 4th and 6 of the 35. You figure they're going to go for it here. You figure they're going to go for it. You're not kicking. With how shaky your kicking situation is, it'd be a 53-yard try. They're on the plus side of the 40. Yeah, they're going for it. Empty backfield here. Like, I missed one class one time because March Madness was taking place in Raleigh, and I went to the March Madness. Timeout, Vandy. You'll be getting blown up by Army. How do you lose to a team with no NAL, no transfers, no recruiting, no bulk, and no passing game? Because they run an offense that you don't see you only see once or twice a year. So it's tough to practice against it. Yeah, Vandy timeout. Penn State lose, don't let Frank Malone play. No, you can't. You can't after that. Oklahoma will be okay. One of their receivers likely taken out for the year. Yeah. I mean, they'll win today. Red River is going to be interesting. Because with Mateer out, that's the bigger concern with Mateer out. I see losing to Cincy. I get that. Upset, but I do get it on the road against Cincy. Big 12 is chaos. There's not a lot of separation between the teams. UCLA winning is shocking. The only injury at Texas. Drew Aller also is really bad. I was never crazy about Aller, and he's confirming my suspicions. All right, 30 for Florida. Come on. Come on, Lagway. Texas sends 5. Always a dead duck, but gets rid of it off his back foot. Come on, go. Go, go, go. Oh, brought down by legs at 45. That's fine. Got the first. Got the first. Off his back foot. Lagway's looking sharp today. Lagway's actually looking sharp today, I gotta say. There's a lot of pressure on that one. He would have taken that sack earlier. That's a horrible block there, but that's fine. 64% of teams to win game 1 of a series won the series. That's a good sign. Obviously, it's lesser than the LDS, but part of the reason why is because of the discrepancy the 1 and the 4. There's a discrepancy. World Series, you're not getting much of a discrepancy between the teams. Especially back in the day when it was the top team in each. Oh, just as I say they throw us a triple coverage. Just as I say that, he decides to throw in triple coverage. Should have left last season? Yeah. Yeah, weaker quarterback class? Yep. Want to see a team with a top 5 mobile quarterback and running back run an Army-style offense with tons of running on 4th down. Yeah, there's too much of a speed difference. Like, there's not a huge gap in terms of speed, athleticism in the NFL versus college. But we saw the Chiefs back in the late 70s. They ran the wing T. Marv Levy was like, we got no talent on this team. I'm just going to run the wing T. We're going to run it 60 times a game. It was the most boring style of offense, but the Chiefs back in the late 70s ran the closest thing to the Army offense. That was the last time we're going to see that in the NFL, I think. Was the Chiefs in the late 70s. They took football back to the 30s. Touchdown, Virginia. Oh, boy. And Wake has won. All right. So 4th and 6 after the timeout by Vandy. Obviously, Alabama going for on the plus side of the 40. Has some illegal, but we're going 35 and a 55 for a while. You're fine. As long as there are no cards coming on, you're fine. You're fine on that. They're going 20 under. Yeah, that's dangerous at that point. That's actually dangerous to go 20 under. You know, you're good. I don't blame you on that one. Fourth down, we're going to go for it here. Bama 0 for 1 on 4th down today. Threw a pick on their previous 4th down attempt. Miller in the backfield. To Simpson's left, trips to the top of the screen. Then he sends 3 with a spy. Crosser, caught, 1st down. Cuevas to the 25, breaks out to the 20, and still on his feet down to the 17-yard line before he's taken down on the play by Nick Rinaldi. Gain of 18 and a 1st down. How do I stumble right now? Yep. Oh, you're good. You're good on that one. Going under speed is more dangerous going over. Depends on the area. Depends on the area. On a highway, yes. Residential area, no. Residential area where there could be kids around, no. But on a highway, yes. Well, more teams try to use obviously offense styles to throw off competition. Tough to get players that way to play for you. Hand up the middle. It's a gain of 3. The other thing, too, with an offense like that is that it's very hard to play from behind. 165 to 65? Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's nothing. That's nothing. 165 to 65? That's nothing. Allen gets benched. I mean, he should. He should be better. I don't think he will, but I think he should. But again, all the cameras was Aaron. Yep. I was in high school. My coach was always call the same run every play. Don't even change the snap count. It works. Yeah, I think my high school team, my senior year, they threw the ball like 8 times all season. Like they ran the triple option. But they won. 2nd and 7. Fakes the toss. Simpson escapes the sack. Resets his feet. Fires open in the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan Williams. What a job by Simpson. Resetting his feet. And Ryan Williams catches his 3rd touchdown of the year to tie this game up extra point pending. Yeah, Gill starting game 1. I was like, really? He's going to start game 1? All right. Simpson escapes the sack, steps up. Just great awareness there on a 92-yard drive, capped off with a touchdown to Ryan Williams. Last week had 5 catches for 43 yards. Gets a 2nd grab of the game here. And it goes for 6. The extra point by Talty to tie the game. It is perfect. 7-all. 9:22 to go in the first half. Touchdown UCLA. Are you kidding me? How many games gone today? Air Force Navy was really good. The other games in the early window were not good. Are you kidding me? You're actually kidding me. Why couldn't one of these games have been at 12 when they were like a bunch of crap games? At 3:30 we get all the good games. Texas, Florida. Get this one. Penn State, UCLA. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Franklin fired. His seat warms up. I don't know if he's fired, but his seat warms up. Oh my God. There is no way. I swear to God, if UCLA beats Penn State. Kickoff. Touchback. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. Just when you think you know college football, something like that happens. Vern Lundquist calling against Tennessee Bama. Oh, I don't know. It would have been a good call, though. Would have been a very good call. That is not satire. No, that is real. I never thought I'd see it. Not against UCLA, at least. First down for Vandy after the touchback on the kickoff. No, this is Art. No, this is Patrick. One on the top, one on the bottom. Back to his left. You're blowing up like the Steelers. So the Steelers play down the competition. Diego rolling out. Opening the flat to the 35. Breaks the tackle at the 40 and down the 41-yard line. Gain of 16. Junior Sherrill. Getting the drive started on a nice note. Vandy had a chance to go by 2 scores last drive. Diego Pavia fumbled the football. And then Bama drove 92 yards down the field. Trying to get that momentum back. And at the very least, sound feel long enough to get their defensive breather. They were on the field for 8 minutes on that last drive that Bama had. So you don't want to send them off quickly. Or back on quickly. That's a good start. But Sherrill going for 16. The junior wideout. Pavia. With 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Sends Sherrill in motion. Play action here. Now I actually do get a Sherrill. My apologies. Touchdown Florida. There you go. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Field serving Cincy? I don't know if there was. If they lose, they're out of the top 25 without a doubt. They should be. I'm not ranking them. If they lose to UCLA, they're not my top 25. They are absolutely not my top 25 if they lose this game. There's no excuse. You lose to UCLA, that's an automatic. You're out of the top 25. That's an auto. You're done. 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the first half. After the Jets sweep gets 1. Again, Vandy running the ball very well today. First quarter over 100 yards rushing. Pavia tries the screen pass. Not there, so just going to have to eat this play and throw it away. Now, was there a lineman down the field? Is the question. Because usually on those screen passes, the linemen go down the field. There was not. So 3rd and 9. They try the reverse screen. But Bama very disciplined, very ready for that. Bama held Georgia just 130 yards passing last game. I mean, they could have called linemen down the field. There was a guy 4 yards down the field. They don't throw it. But you saw Sandoval, number 75, who was 4 yards down the field at the 45-yard line when that ball was thrown. They were not calling it. 3rd and 9. Not that I think they would have accepted the penalty anyways. 2nd and 14 versus 3rd and 9. 1 on the play clock. Got to get it off. They do. Bama sends 4. Pavia flushed out. Throwing off his back foot. Just way out of bounds. And Bama gets the stop. They would put Penn State 21 or something. Yep. Knowing that. Penn State win the Big Ten? I did, yes. I did at Penn State win the Big Ten. Yeah, so Penn State 21 or something? Yep. If Penn State loses to UCLA, they are screwed. Yeah, they just lost 10 yards on a run. They just lost 10 yards on a run. Punt fair, caught at the 16-yard line. Bama going to start another drive inside their own 20. But a 43-yard punt, no return on the play. 7-6 Boise. Oh boy. I thought Notre Dame was going to win, but I thought 21 was way too high of a spread. I thought 21 was insane for a spread. Comes out home with the Brewers 3-0, losing 9-3. That's impressive. My God. I love how all the options for you make the call for the 12 o'clock game sucked, besides Air Force Navy was good. And then all the options for 3:30 have just been bangers so far. If Florida's beaten Texas so far, will it last? I don't know, but Lagway's playing well. Lagway's playing well, which is impressive. If Lagway plays like this, it can beat any team in football. I really believe it with how good this defense is. If Lagway plays like an actual quarterback, they can play and beat any team in football. Problem is that he hasn't done that. Besides the LIU game and this game. If he plays like he did last year, I mean, they can play with any team in football. How's it going? I've been checking in live from me getting at least 1 foot off my hair cut off. Wow. That is a lot of hair to cut off. A lot of hair. I'm pretty sure I got soon. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. So we try and grow this community even more. That was a 12 game. It was a thriller. Well, Casey Miller was a good game. That wasn't one of the options for me to call, though. That wasn't one of the options for you to make the call, unfortunately. The 4 games we had on the dock were Wisconsin, Michigan, Clemson, UNC, Kentucky, Georgia, and Air Force Navy. Those were the 4 options. Oh, Archer on the throw. Go. Oh, God, he's got a man. Oh, man, thank God. Thank God. Wow. All right. Had him open for a touchdown, too. Hair is very long. I had a feeling if you're cutting off a foot, at least a foot. Level ties up. Yeah, that's a fun game. That's a fun game. The Archer, that could have been rough in the passer. That could have been rough in the passer. He got him in the face. 34 got him in the face. That could have been rough in the passer. I think there was contact with the helmet. Like hands to the helmet, but no call. And Florida's going to get it back. So ball at the 16-yard line. When we get back, oh, block punt! Block punt! Safety. Safety dance, baby. 19-7. Block punt. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's a 12-point game. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. Man, this 3:30 slate is eating right now. This 3:30 slate is nice. Yeah, sometimes Oklahoma's going to win. Well, play it if it happens in the Vandy game. First down. Simpson pressured and can't avoid the sack, thrown down at the 5-yard line. Huge loss there, and it's Joshua Singh. For a loss of 11. First sack of the game. And Singh gets his first sack of the season. Backing up to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 21. Only adopting a super challenge where coach can challenge missed penalty calls. I don't know how I feel about that. Hand up the middle. Just get some breathing room. They'll get 2 down to the 7. I mean, the UFL, it was a mess. The super challenge has been a mess. In the UFL. I mean, Archbank's not that good. How does Lagway... But Lagway's looking sharp so far. I mean, at least we know Lagway... We know Lagway can play. He just hasn't looked good this season. I don't know if Arch can play. But we know Lagway can be good. We saw it last year. 3rd and 19. Ball at the 7. Let me see if I can a double minor. Oh, I like that. Okay, I do like that. Back to his left, one of the top 3 at the bottom. Simpson takes it. They send 4. Simpson, middle of the field, dropped. Looking for Horton. Goes off his hands just to get some breathing room. And instead, they'll have to punt from their own end zone. If any doesn't get balls for the second half, they do. They do. 4th and 19. You have to punt the ball away. Go back in 3 weeks. Here goes quickly. Oklahoma's going to blow Kent State out. No surprises there. The Super Challenge slowed the game down a lot in the UFL, and not in a good way. I think the other thing, too, with Super Challenge, they have to realize, and we see with VAR now, and we saw with touchdowns in the UFL, the problem with Super Challenge is that you can never celebrate on a goal anymore. There's always that, is this getting called back? The punt takes a bad bounce for Bama, and so we down to the 38-yard line, just 31 yards of net on that one, and Vandy's starting relatively close to field goal range. after a not so good punt by Blake Dowd. Vandy's had some rough field position at times today, but not on this stuff. They're going to start on the plus side of the field at the 38-yard line. Let's see what 24-0 on Cuse. That shocks me. That shocks me. I really thought Cuse was going to be in it. Especially after how they played the first month of the season. Most probably calls a lot more common hockey. Yeah, I'm just worried about goals getting called back due to penalties and you can't celebrate a goal anymore. Hand up the middle, nothing doing. Bottled up on that one with nowhere to go. By Kelby Collins. Brings up second down. Because I saw it in the UFL where you thought it was a touchdown, then 2 minutes later the Super Challenge comes out and it's like this ticky-tack thing might have been a huge setback in college, yep. Second time, I will say, Vandy's not run the ball well in the second quarter. First quarter ran the ball their hearts out. 65-yard touchdown. Pavia had a 40-yard scamper, but second quarter, not so much. Pavia fakes the swing. Now going to take off and run himself. Breaks one tackle, but brought down to the 37. Trying to stretch the ball out for some reason. Don't know why I'm trying to stretch it. You're never close to the sticks. Goals are reviewable for offside. But offside, I feel like it's a bit easier to be like, okay, could this be? Potentially. Like, they happen during the play. At least offside is during the play. You see it in the build-up. Yeah, NCC helmet behind me? Yes, you do see an NCC helmet behind me. Yes, you do. It is somewhere around here. Where? Yep, there it is. The white one, yep. Showed up in 2015? Good question. Good question. Or again, those things are like during the build-up to the play. Like when we saw at VAR and we saw at the UFL, stuff happening like so far away from the play. Had an inconsequential result on it. 1 the clock, gets it off. Bama going to send 5 on the corner blitz. Pavia gets rid of all his back foot and caught at the 26-yard line for a first down. For a gain of 10. Texas ball now. They might go for it here. They might go. It's 4th and 2. They might go. I don't know. Maryland up 13-0. Washington chance to go to 5-0. Well, Maryland will go top 25. If they win that game, they go 5-0. They're top 25. Wearing Tomlin. Ooh, in-game management, bottom half. But overall, top 10, top 5. Probably put him like 7. So ball the 26-yard line here. After the gain of 10. More time for hits that cause injuries and no one goes to the box. Oh, okay. Yeah, VR in soccer gets annoying. As a Fulham fan, we've been screwed over so many times with VAR. Thoughts on FCS schools? I haven't been paying too much attention to there, but obviously like North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Montana State, they're always going to be great. September, Maryland, don't fall for it. Yep. I'm not sure what they're reviewing here. He made the grab. There's no late hit. Unless an official got in. Oh, an official got injured. Oh, that's what's happened. An official got injured when the receiver got pushed into him. So that's the stoppage right now. The stoppage is for an injured official. Member of the Chains gang got injured on the push. Alar, they can't get 4th and 2. Penn State failed on a 4th and 2. UCLA is going to take a 24-7 lead at the half. So I'll have this injury timeout in the Vandy game for an injured linesman. Hopefully he's okay. Colorado Mesa beats Colorado School of Mines. This is my Christmas. Yankees are getting the bullpen going, as they should. I can't believe what's happening in the UCLA game. I cannot believe it. This is nuts. UCLA is now favored to win. They are minus 174 to win this one at this point. Wow. Wow, oh wow on that one. Compensated for a loss? Not this loss. Not this loss. They can't afford to lose in a UCLA. They can afford a loss, Not this loss. The VR noticed the player was put offside to overturn the goal like they when I was still VR reviewed it. Well, I hate when VR reviews a play and the buildup is taking place like so far away. It's like they call a foul in the buildup, but it was like 45 seconds before the goal even happened, where they were still their own half. It's like, come on. 90% of the comments was true. Yeah, it's Facebook. It's Facebook and Instagram. There's no IQ on there. Bearhood, Kosturian, or Tomlin? Ugh. I might go Tomlin on that one. I think Arch was overhyping quarterbacks that can need more time to fully function. I'm with you there. Top quarterback in this upcoming class. I like Simpson a lot. I like Simpson. I need to see a bit more Mendoza. I haven't watched a ton of Mendoza. I need to see a bit more of him. I'm excited for the Oregon game next week that we can watch. We can watch that. Oh, he's down to 2 2/3. That's not good. 8 outs. Oof. 0.7 Notre Dame. All right. I thought the post was real. People think everything's real on those apps. It's crazy. The Vegas scale being an annual. I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with that. Week 1 games, I'm fine with being a neutral site. Week 1 games, they're like an exception to the rule. So they bring the card out for the injured linesman. Hence the stoppage right now. And once... they bring the neck brace on him too. And hopefully he's okay. Material declared for the draft. Depends how long the injury is. Depends how long the injury is. He might wait. You're in pain? Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, this is insane. Auburn, Oregon, the last Cowboys kickoff. I think it was. Campbell or Tomlin? Right now I'm taking Campbell. UCLA could get in field goal range here. They have 3 seconds left. Arch Manning, he's not coming out this year. Arch isn't coming out. If he did, he'd be undrafted. No, Arch does not look the part right now. All right, first down. They fake the jet sweep. Now they give it to the motion man. It's caught behind the line and bottled up immediately. Thrown down the 34-yard line. Jefferson on the takedown. Trey Richardson will lose a yard. Don't like when college stadiums are named field at stadium pick one man. It's definitely a mouthful. Definitely a mouthful. Yeah, it makes you wonder how they don't get hurt more often. Yeah, it really is. With all the punishment they take. 2nd and 10. NFL teams start arching just for the name now. NFL, you don't do that. NFL, you don't do that. We got a tour from Daniel Scarlet letter R versus the purple block letter W. We'll do that. Pavia going deep on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. Looking for Junior Sherrill on the back shoulder throw. Can't get it to go. How are we losing to UCLA? Because Drew Aller is not a good quarterback. Drew Aller is not good. Took all the timeouts into halftime for Penn State and slaughtered by UCLA. Yeah, not good. Not good. FSU should have been Baton Rouge and Tallahassee. Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been really fun if that was. I'll get you on that one. Appreciate you, Daniel, as always. Come on, so let's get the lead for total time. So that should change the bonuses there. Yeah, there we go. 3rd down, the shovel pass. It's caught. Got the first down. If you can stretch, you can to the 15-yard line. And now if you're Vandy, you kill some time off this clock. You take this down as far as possible. John Harbaugh or Tomlin? Tomlin. You take this down as far as possible. You don't want Bama to have enough time to get the ball back. You get the ball for the second half too. So that shovel pass, well done. And Cedric Alexander, who scored the lone touchdown of this game for the Commodores. Season ended with this. If they lose this game, yes. The season's over for Penn State. If they lose this game, the season is over. They have to run the table to have any shot. This is a loss you cannot excuse. Oregon was fine. You can't lose this one. Play action here. Pavia. Scrambling. Fakes the throw behind the line and will dive ahead to the 12. And that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. 2nd and 7. Archer in the fray to do football. You know, that's a good comparison. It's a good comparison. I remember the Freddie Do hype. I remember that. It was World Cup roster in 06. Did he make the roster? I know he was in the camp. I don't know if he made the roster for the World Cup. But they were doing some attitude issues. LSU was almost... Oh, that was fine. Almost is a good football team. You can afford like 2 losses in the SEC. 2 losses in the Big Ten, you're still okay, but not this loss. Problem is that now if you still have to play Ohio State, and if you lose to Ohio State, you're done. Ohio State, Oregon probably winning it all. Those are some pretty good picks, yeah. Penn State's offense, it really comes down to, the run. I mean, part of the problem with the run, I mean, you got Allen Singleton. Those are 2 solid backs on paper, but the problem is that you can stack the box and make Alar throw, because the passing game is not doing anything, so you can just stack the box and you know where to go. Yeah, I think it might have been in the camp. I think a dude was in the camp for the 06 World Cup. Remember Penn State was ranked 2? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers that. See what the live line is on UCLA. Minus 205. And there aren't too many times you're going to be able to get a team up by 20 at the half at minus 200. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. We'll ride it with you guys. We'll ride this one with you guys. I'll put some down on UCLA. Live line. Minus 220 for team up by 20 at the half. Let's do it. Let's do it. See what happens. So it says, oh, it does. Oh, my bad. I hate when that happens. 51-yard field goal. Wow, good for them. LSU still be a good playoff team or playoff team that can make it. Depends on Nussmeyer plays. Dolphins expect to release Tyreek after the season. Not surprised with that. I had a feeling that injury was the last play he's going to play. Yeah, came from non-soccer media. Yep. It's funny how that guys like a dude are like pretty common. Like a dude was like the teenage phenom, and now there's a lot of them. Sorry, still down with the half. That's not good. Not good. Hopefully he goes to 2-10. Hopefully he goes to 2-10. Let's see if I can find a streamer that we're going to rate the half. It's funny, too. Like, there's a lot of competition for this game. There was no competition for the other games. So let's figure out who we're going to raid. And we'll go with this guy. We'll go with that guy. Found the guy we're going to raid. Yeah, losing games you should win. Yeah, that's the problem. All right, second and 6 of the 2-minute timeout. Vandy with 2 timeouts left. Bama with 2 timeouts left. Obviously, timeout an issue for Vandy. If you're Bama, you got to take your timeouts yourself here on running clock so you get the ball back. Because Vandy's going to kill as much time as possible, I would think. Hand off to the side. Alexander to the 10. Cuts upfield. Wisely stays in bounds to the 7. You figure Bama should call timeout here. You figure they should call timeout. And they do. There it is. 146. Smart timeout there by the Tide. They'll have 1 left. That's the man that knows how to coach the clock. Obama said, "Watch Sunday with no pressure." Yep. I am with you there. I am with you on that one. That's why I love playing the international game. We just get out of the way. I can just watch the rest of the day, like, no issues. Tomorrow's going to feel weird. Tomorrow I can just watch with no issues. I hate playing Monday night, but I can just watch tomorrow with no issues. At least Georgia, they blew out Kentucky. At least they have that going for them. It's a 3rd and 2, 1 timeout left for Bama. You figure 4-down territory here. So you can kill as much clock as possible. Also, if you don't get it, Bama's starting inside their own 10. Figure it's 2 plays to get 1 yard. Pavia, QB draw. And he will get the first. Down to the 5, and Bama will call their final timeout with 1:39. What's nice about this, obviously, for Vandy is that you can kill the clock. You find 19-year-old videos hyping up a do. Oh, God. I remember the Sports Illustrated cover and all the talk. I remember the talk shows and whatnot. I remember that. I know people in YouTube videos hyping up a do. Oh, boy. Age like milk. You're not kidding on that one. Yeah, week 6 buys a boy doing after tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, week 6 is very early. I like it around week 9 or 10. It's a ball at the 5-yard line for Vandy. Obviously, the goal here is score a touchdown, but you also want to kill as much clock as possible. Going to the end zone, and Alexander punches it in for the second time today. Cedric Alexander. A 4-yard receiving touchdown. They fool Bama throwing it. You think they're going to run the ball just to kill as much clock as possible. But Alexander had a rushing touchdown earlier, receiving touchdown there. His 4th receiving touchdown of the year. His 9th total touchdown, and Vandy in front. They score too early? I don't think that's a thing. I'm fine as long as you score a touchdown. They're going to have time. Extra point. Just good. It looked like it was going to go wide right for a second, but it just tucks inside the wide upright. 14-7. Franklin fired? Yes. Yes. Franklin should be fired. Franklin should be fired. I've said that, though. I've said that before. Oh, 20-0 against Kent State. Yeah, injuries won't stop for handling business. Yeah, I mean, Kent State sucks. They'll be fine with that. But Texas can be tough. All them hazy and blurry thumbnails. Even better. Okay, we're doing Red River next week, regardless of what happens in the Texas game. Even if that's not a top 10 matchup anymore. Because we got a hundo jack for it. But we'll probably do both games. Payne or Tomlin? Right now, Tomlin. So is on my lap watching your stream? Oh, that's adorable. Love that. Love that. All right, 14-7 Bama ball. Remember, Bama started the game with the ball, so got to get someone here. Penn State 100% local of the week. 100%. If they lose this game, USF North Texas going to be an American Championship preview. Could be. A lot of good teams in the American right now. South Florida, North Texas, Tulane, Navy we saw earlier today. They are still undefeated. Got a lot of good teams in the American. Not a lot of separation at the top. Kickoff in the end zone. Or at the 2-yard line, I should say. Going to take it out to the 10, 15, 20. And brought out at the 22-yard line. So 20 yards on the return there by Alexia Brooks. Ball to 22. Wants to eat the keyboard? Oh. I just want to put anything in their mouth at that age. Yeah, I don't think you should put the keyboard in your mouth. It's like the Canadian PSA, don't put it in your mouth. It's most a random song. Great PSA, though. Great PSA. Catchy song. One at the top, two at the bottom. Empty backfield here for Simpson. They're going to send 4. No timeouts to work with. Simpson middle of the field. It's called to 35. Going to stop the clock for the moment. So it's Isaiah Horton. Gain of 13 yards. McFair, time one take McFay. McFay. You say Penn State, I'd be flabbergasted. I would have had graphics ready for a Heidi. I also would have had graphics ready for a Heidi, thinking Penn State was going to blow him out. And then this would just be shocking. They send 4 again. Simpson, pressured, and does not see the pressure on the blind side. Will take the sack after losing 2. Second time today he's gone down, and that is number 96, Corday Sidnor on the stop. Gotta go quick. 2nd and 12. Yeah, Franklin State is flaming if that happens. Yeah, Memphis, obviously, we didn't talk about Memphis, but yeah, they're another one, too. There's 5 in the America that have a really good shot. Middle of the field, that ball is caught by Williams, who scored the touchdown earlier. He gets down to the 43, gain of 10, 3rd and 2, near midfield. Yeah, it really does look like a suit. He looks like he's, like, Is like mid-20s. They send 5. Simpson checks it down. Williams, yards after the catch. Second straight grab for him, and down at the 41-yard line. That's going to stop the clock for the moment with 28 seconds. There's a flag on the play as well. Came later on. It stands balls at the 41-yard line of Vanderbilt. Yeah, 27-7, yep. Personal foul targeting on the hit on Ryan Williams, so move it up an additional 15. And that'll be an ejection. Forceful contact of the head or neck area on a defenseless player, and that's height. If that stands, that's height. With a pick earlier on the opening drive, his day could be done. They'll review this, obviously. He's defenseless. He's going down. Leads with the shoulder, or leads with the head. Forceful contact. It's going to be close. This is going to be close. I don't think anyone knows what the target is at this point, but there was forceful contact to a defenseless receiver in the head and neck area. Usually that's enough. Usually that's enough. Again, we saw last week there was a target called the Bama-Georgia game that kind of shocked me. I'm assuming this will be upheld. I think this will be upheld. But we'll review this. Right, half a game, yes. As you got 3 points scored, back to go down the 1. No, you don't get down the 1 in that spot, though. Call is overturned. No targeting. It is a first down, though, at the 41-yard line. But no targeting. Hike gets to stay in the game. Bama now not in field goal range. No targeting on that one. Overturned. We'll do a halftime rate when the time comes. 27 seconds. Clock starts immediately, and now timeout by Vanderbilt. So Vandy calls timeout with 25. 56-10. Yeah, against Campbell. Not surprised. Not surprised. FBS, FCS. Yeah, that was always gonna turn out that way. We've had a lot of good games in this 3:30 window. This being the marquee game on ABC, and it's been a fun one so far. Bama looking to get some points before the halftime break. Trying to answer the Cedric Alexander touchdown catch. His second of the day. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 27 on the clock. Simpson takes it, they send 4. Plenty of time. Sideline shot on the out route, caught by Bernard at the 27. Gets out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock for a first down. Now you're in field goal range, at least. Now you're in field goal range. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his left. Simpson, they send 4. Going deep, open, Bernard, touchdown. GB with the TD. Bernard, his 5th touchdown grab of the year. Simpson's 2nd touchdown pass of the day. Stood tall in the pocket. Simpson, masterful on that drive, did not miss a single pass. And a quick 1 minute, 16-second drive, 78 yards down the field. And Bama's going to tie this up with an extra point. They score too early. I mean, there's no real such thing as scoring too early in that spot. I'm not saying you don't go down with the thing with going down with the 1 is you only go down with the 1 if it's one of those situations where you don't need the points right now. You want to get a field goal. In a spot where you don't know if you're going to be able to score, I don't think there's such a thing as going too early, if that makes sense. Like, if this was end of the game, or said just arrested, yep, not surprised with that. Like, if this was the end of the game, let's say it's 7-7, and they have no timeouts, so that you go down to 1. But a situation like that where you're trying to score a touchdown, you're not trying to get a field goal, you're trying to get a touchdown. If you have a touchdown, you go for it. Right, Bama no timeouts, but yeah. Somewhere have a baby with me. What NFL team will the baby cheer for? Buccaneers. Buccaneers. Just get the whole Florida triangle. Worst case go up 3. But the best case is go up 7. Worst case scenario is that still tied at the half. I get it. I completely get it. Okay, so Sanchez arrested for battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. Jeez, triple threat on that one. For both our 6, what's the boy? Jimmy odds pregame minus 2,000. Current score down by 7. Wow. Touchback ball to 25. Vanny has a timeout. We'll see how they want to play this. See if they want to take any chances here. They get the ball to start the half. And it looks like they're just going to line up in a kneel-down formation. And go into the halftime break. Tied at 14. Very few times in life does the sequel live up to the original. This is one of them. 14-0. I'm going to raid this channel. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Again, Bama will be kicking off to start the second half, but we are tied at 14. We got a good one, folks. I'm going to put the poll up. And with that, we're going to raid this channel called Locker Room Sports Talk. Yeah, don't get drunk. Yeah, that's why. He's gone. Yeah, he's getting fired. Because the problem with this, too... The problem with this, too, is that Sanchez is low on the depth chart. He is... At this point now, they have to replace him mid-game. They force him into a panic. This is something that you can't brush under the rug. Can't sweep under the rug, because you have to replace him during the game. So, yeah, he's gone. All right, appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys for the second half. 14 all your score at the halftime break. Go rate that channel. I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, welcome to the start of the second half. We got a good one down in Tuscaloosa, 14 all. Vandy won last year, looking to win out in Tuscaloosa for just the second time ever, and the first time since the 1980s. And so far, we're all knotted up after 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes of the half. Vandy gets the ball to start things off. Again, appreciate all you guys being here. Vote in that poll. Who think wins this one, Vandy or Alabama? We got the emojis in the chat. Hopefully everything went well with the raid. And we'll be live later tonight for the FSU Miami game. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, during the break, we got breaking news that Mark Sanchez has been replaced with Brady Quinn on the broadcast. So Brady Quinn's going to be doing color on the games. He's done NFL games before. That's a pretty logical fit. Don't hate that one in the slightest bit. It's going to be tough. Obviously, when you don't have a lot of prep work on the teams who are just thrown into the fire, it's going to be really hard, especially because Chris Myers is not going to help you out a lot, but we will see. We know how this ends. Basically, I'll judge it to bat. We will see. We will see as UCLA is up 27-14 with the ball at the 50. In Vandy, Bama, going to get underway in the second half in just a little bit. Appreciate all you guys being here. Again, every donation, get to your question right away. Also counts triple to make the call. South Florida, North Texas, Rutgers, Washington, Fresno State, Colorado State. Yeah, Chris Myers sucks. Yeah, apparently from the report, Mark Sanders tried to break into his car and tried to break into his car, and he was crazy drunk while doing it. Sanchez is done. Sanchez is getting fired. There's no way Fox can keep him. Look, for as much as I rag on the guys on Fox, as an employer on Fox, like if I was an employer on Fox, I would just give him. I don't have a screen open right now, but I'm going to at some point. Here's the thing with Mark Sanchez. At the very least, as much as I rag on Carissa Thompson, I never have to worry about her not showing up to work. As much as I think Chris Myers sucks, I never have to worry about him not showing up to work. As much as I think Terry Bradshaw is senile at this point, I never have to worry about him not showing up to work. Mark Sanchez, you have to replace him 24 hours before the game because of his actions and how stupid he was. He's low on the depth chart as it is. He's done. He has proven himself to be unreliable. He's done. Kick off touchback ball to 25. Again, there are certain guys you can cover for. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it with Sanchez. All right, and UCLA is going to have to punt this ball away meanwhile. Oh, please no. Please no. Vito with a 10er back. The future pack. I love it. I love it. I love it. Appreciate you, Vito. Moose Boy Sanchez for the rest of the season is number 3. I might go fact on that one. I might go back. He fumbles opportunity. He butt fumbles opportunity. Yep, he butt fumbled it. Appreciate you, Vito, as always. Let me get you on Chris Myers watching an announcer. You weren't telling me. That gets you number 1 on the leaderboard, too. It's number 1 on the leaderboard. So let's move those bonuses around. All right, so first down the 25-yard line for Vandy here after the touchback. Appreciate you, V-Dub, as always, coming in hot with that one. Five for the Pac-12. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And for that last first down by Vandy, they got at the 35-yard line. See that done butt fumble? Yes, with this one. They have the 40-yard line now. Gain of 15 on the first play. Give up the middle here, and we'll call it a gain of 2 down to the 42-yard line on the run to Alexander. What a very good first half. 2 touchdowns in that one. Fox Steph is going to be shuffled? Absolutely. Yeah, quickly shifted the blame regarding the Sanchez situation. Well, I think the report said he got stabbed, and obviously when a guy gets stabbed, your first inclination is oh my god, is he okay? And then we learn the details, and it's like, oh boy, not good. Yep, now they're choking this away. Penn State's coming back. Oh man, Penn State is coming back. 2nd and 8. Diego Pavia stepping up, fires on the run. That ball is dropped at the line to gain. Would have been a gain of 8 and a first down for Sherrill. Instead, it falls incomplete. Brings up third down. Let me just change the time on that. So context here is important, absolutely. But I think the initial thing wasn't. Was just, is he okay? Obviously, that's natural to be an instinct. Is the guy okay? But now that we know the details, like, oh man. Yeah, he skate everything. Yes, he skate everything. Trips to the top, one at the bottom. It's a big grab by Florida. Let's go. It did with Brett Jones who resigned on a court. Yep. They send 4. Pavia stepping up, pump fake, and he's not going to get to the line of first down line. Right down the 45. Keeping his eyes down the field, pump fakes, and then takes off and runs, and will end up getting just 3. They'll have to punt this ball away. Kelby Collins on the stop. So a good stretch there for Bama. They get the touchdown to end the half. Not a 3 and out, but relatively close to that. Minnesota was only 70. Yeah, that's unacceptable. That's insane. The punt here. No fair catch called for at the 11-yard line. And fortunate that Cole Adams did not fumble that ball. Bama ball when we get back. Arch manning the Bronny James of college football. I get it. I get it with all the hype coming in. With the last name, I'm not playing well. I get it. This Bama Vandy game would be great if I had sound. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Having sound is good. Having sound is good. It delivered, man. Yeah, that's. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot thrown at him, I think. And he's not gonna keep his job. I don't know how Fox keeps him at this point. I'll do a JJ News maybe in between the games if I have time. To the top of the screen, back to his right. Play action here. Simpson looking in the flat for his tight end Cuevas, and he will hurdle a guy for the first down, going up to the 23-yard line. Gain at 12. Josh Cuevas. Nice vertical on that one. I don't care what his vertical is at the NFL Combine when the time comes of the redshirt senior. I know he can do it in a game. Just going up and over. Marlon Sewell, the free safety. You know, he's gone. He is 100% gone. Same for Nico Haywatch. Oh, boy. Yeah, at this point, Penn State is coming back. It is not looking pretty right now for UCLA. 1st and 10. If man attacked him, that's one thing. Yeah, but as the aggressor, no. Back to his left. Simpson play action. Second read. Not there. So going third read. Deep down the field. Has a man on the fly route. Ryan Williams to the 22-yard line. Brought down by Marlon Sewell. Ty Simpson, the progression of his reads. Phenomenal. Looking deep down the field. A gain of 55 yards and a first down just outside the red zone. Looks like Sanchez did all this. Yep. Yeah, not try to steal the delivery truck. I have not tried to do that. Ryan Williams, the concentration there. He's had a very good game today. Drops have been an issue for him this season, but he's holding on to the ball and everything thrown his way today. Yeah, that should be good. RNG. That should be good. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Ryan Williams, nearly 100 receiving yards today. Now goes for 55. Got to get this off quickly. They do with 0 on the play clock. They give. We'll go down to the 18. It's Miller for a gain of 4. How close to Boise, Notre Dame be to Heidi right now? It's 21-7, and then would be a Heidi. 21-7's not a Heidi. I would say 4th quarter, 3 scores, and Notre Dame has the ball. Again, I can't hate Vandy for trying to score there. This is Florida gets field goal 22-7 in that one. Trips it on the screen. They're going to give it off. Nothing doing. Balled up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Langston Patterson on the stop. Alongside Singh. Brings up 3rd down. If it didn't leave the Maryland game with a 2-minute warning, probably going to the hospital at some point in the second half. Wow. That bad? Come on, let's do a hot take live streams when I'm in first place on the leaderboard. That is a hot take. But I like it. Yeah, you are number 1 right now. Also, LL Judge and LL Rice. Oh, man. Yankees in the playoffs, baby. Yankees in the playoffs. Yeah, I was sincere. Yeah, I would have regretted that. They give to the side and nothing doing. Bernard will lose 2. I'll have to settle for 3. Taylor on the stop. Appreciate you coming on. As always, get you on the records watching the game. Yeah, they're Bears today. They are Bears today. You are not kidding. It's a hot take, but I might agree with that. I might agree with that. Oh, UCLA big gain. UCLA big gain down to the 20 in the red zone. Or McDonald's earlier used my points as cultural Saturday amount, says it's free, only pay $2.49 for delivery. Nice. It's a good deal. That's a really good deal. Field goal try here, and this time it's good. Talty 0 for 1 today, but knocks that one down 1 for 2. And with 9:15 to go in the third, Bama scores on their first drive, 10 straight. That was a better team on paper. They were eventually going to be in the position to take the lead no matter what. Yeah. In top 25 matchups, so you never know. What do you have in the XP right now? It's close, but you're up by less than 100, but you are in first. Give a like, we see folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode on the channel. Again, any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. As UCLA is driving, did they get the first on that one? I think they did. It's going to be close. Either way, it's going to be either second short or first and goal. First and 10, I should say, in the red zone. Now, 9:15 to go. Sanchez stabbed out of self-defense. Yes. They tried pepper spray, didn't work. Time for pizza? I'm going to have some pizza tomorrow. Might have tonight on stream. We'll see. Find out what happens. Head up the middle for UCLA, down to the 5. All right. Lead was short-lived. It was very short-lived. It was very short-lived. Come on, I got you. Come on, I got you for the moment. And tonight, FSU Miami. Should be a fun one. Hopefully I can get a cgiulianihpu fit out before that game. Hopefully I'm able to record it. Fingers crossed. I don't know on that one. No promises. But obviously it would be about Mark Sanchez. Then crust pizza. Ooh, that sounds good. Penn State jump, free play. Free play. Double coverage incomplete. It was a free play, right? Yeah, free play. Yeah. Lewis, it sounds like brick wall. Oh, jeez. They shouldn't have brick walls. They should not have brick walls. I know High Point's baseball team had a brick wall on the foul lines. I'm like, no. That's a safety issue at that point. I don't care what the aesthetics look like. There should not be brick walls. Yeah, no, the video would be about Sanchez getting fired. Yeah, it would be about why they should fire Sanchez. Or what I think comes next. Now, Florida up by 15 points on Texas. UCLA's got goal to go against Penn State at the 3-yard line. We're at commercial break right now in the Vandy game. I'll get the ball in the kickoff when we get back. You know, all UCLA, 2 at the top of the screen. Head up the middle. We'll get a yard down to the 2. Be a big response for UCLA after back-to-back touchdowns by Penn State in quick succession. Sanchez hired Lionel Hudson. Oh, all right. Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. All right, kickoff here by Talty. 17-14 your score. And this one is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Vandy take it over the 25-yard line. Oh, UCLA second and goal. In the gun, Ilmaliava going to try and run himself. He is in. He stretches it across. He's in. Touchdown, Bruins. Touchdown, Bruins. Back up to a 2-score game. They'll go for 2. Oh, God. Yeah, hopefully my voice holds up. But should be good, though. I'm getting used to the 3 games thing. Last year, 3 games killed me. I'm getting used to it now. This is light work. All right, first down the 25-yard line. Two at the bottom of the pistol here. Pavia. Changes the play with 4 on the clock. Got to get this off. They're still not set with 2. 1. They just get it off. Pavia QB draw, and he will get nothing. That was all out of sorts from the start. And London Simmons takes him down. Last time I was crazy, hope they don't pull a Delaware. I want the footage of that so badly. Problem is, there are like 10,000 videos I want to make. I just don't have enough time to stream and do all of that. Like, there's so much. Like, I would love to just have a Sanchez video out right now, off the cuff, but I can't do that right now because I'm on a live stream. 2nd and 9. If you get a chance in regards to Franklin, oh boy. Hopefully they win. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. When out this flag's on UCLA, I'm kicking the extra point. 2nd and 9, Pavia, out route caught, and down to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line, is the tight end Eli Stowers. Okay, yeah, this spelling is UCLA, I'm kicking the extra point. Maybe JG9 clone, we do. JGAI, that's what we need. We need a JG9 AI. Just take what Fox's model. Take Fox's model, just have an AI me. I write the script. Just acts how I think it would. Yeah, they're going to kick extra point. That's smart. 3rd and 1. I'm saying that'll never happen, but... To the bottom of the screen. Pavia keeps himself on the read option. He's going to go nowhere. Bottled up at the 31-yard line, taken down by Damani Jackson. He was stuffed up the middle, so he pulled him back himself, and he's going to lose 3. 4th and 4. He needs to get a link here for treatment, yeah. A quick 3 and out for the Commodores. No, not a dumb decision. I would have done the same thing. They were going for 2, then they got called for a false start, so back it up to the 7. So 3rd quarter, I'm kicking the extra point. 4th quarter, you go for 2. But 3rd quarter, I'm fine with that. 3rd quarter, they were going for 2 before they got a false start. Punt is fair call at the 20-yard line. 49 yards, no return on the play. Bama taking over the 20 when we get back. Yeah, Sanchez is in some big trouble. Sanchez in some big trouble. Yeah, he is going to get fired, I think. Because, look, Fox has obviously hired some very questionable people. We know that. Fox has hired some questionable people. Like, I don't think I need to tell you the questionable people that they fired. Or they've hired. And they've had on their roster. Like, there's a lot of guys on Fox at the college ranks and the NFL ranks that are highly controversial and questionable, and I do not think they should be employed by the network. But, there's a big but with that. They at least show up to work. They show up to their job. Because of your actions, Fox has to replace you at the last minute. You are also not a marquee name. You are low on the depth chart. You are gone. You are gone at this point. Sentence for good? Yeah, Talib. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, keep Talib. He got arrested, and then he was gone. Who's going to place Sanchez for good once? For good? I could see... I was still trying to get Patrick Peterson. I was still trying to snag Patrick Peterson from CBS. I'm going to say Patrick Peterson. I'm going to go wild card. I'm going Patrick Peterson. The meme continues to live on. What do I mean by indefensible and untouchable? My tweet? I have to find the exact wording. Defensible and untouchable. So, like if Stephen A did something, if Stephen A Smith got arrested for that, ESPN's not firing him. He's too big. He's way too big. If Tony Romo did that, he's probably not getting fired. But when you are lower on the depth chart, you have less wiggle room to play with. Well, if Quinn keeps the job. Well, Quinn does stuff for Fox anyways. I thought Quinn does stuff. Like, that's not the first time he's called a game. When we fired, I don't know, that contract's pretty big. Depends on the contract. Depends on if there's a morals clause in the contract or there's ways out. Sanchez is not making a lot per game. Touchdown, Texas. Sanchez is not making a lot per game. Usually the lower end of the depth chart, you're making not a lot of money, relatively speaking. Romo is making a crap ton. See if Mr. Wonder is getting on that insane contract. I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice. Basically, for what Mark Sanchez does, what he offers to the network, he doesn't move the needle. He doesn't do a lot. It's a breach of contract. I don't know the exact... Depends on the language in the contract. Basically, there would be a lot of lawyers involved. Mr. Summerall Madden, me too. Right, Adidas did that. Yeah, Adidas did that. Yeah, he's low on the depth chart. You could say breach kind of for not showing up to work. That could be a breach. That would be a breach, actually. But would that be a material breach is the question. Simpson stepping up, avoiding the sack, and the reset his feet and fire on the run, deep down the field, caught at the 50, and will be brought down the 49-yard line. One play in there in plus territory. Let's hear Brooks. Gain a 31 and a first down. And what gets in trouble should be fired because he put a black mark on the network. Yeah, although I think it's the I think right now it's the Lenny Dykstra thing with Fox. Is that the reputation's already tarnished enough that you can't tarnish it any further. It was like there was a whole court case where the guy argued he was defamed, and it was like, no, you've done so much stuff, and you cannot be defamed any further. Like, people already have such a crap reputation, or people think so poorly of you either way. Two at the top, one at the bottom, back to his left. Play action, slam pass behind Horton that time, incomplete. Or Mark Sanders going Bremen on CW, yes. Sanchez said previous history with the law. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. But some Brookshire drank all the time, kept their jobs. That was also the 70s. That was also the 70s. They also didn't get arrested for it. Right, Fox 7 Road Cheaters on pregame, which is way worse when it was Pete Rose for a year or two. Yeah, at least the Road Cheaters show up to work. That's the thing. They at least show up to work. Like, well, like you could say that, but they showed up to work. Like, you didn't have to worry about them not showing up to their job. Simpson stepping up and he's going to slide down at the 47. Like, it's not like Fox ever was like, guys, we have a problem. We have this whole segment planned. We have this whole thing planned for him, and he's not going to come in today because he got arrested. So we have to replace him. They're not afraid to hire guys with checker pass. Obviously, Urban Meyer. Penn State and Texas both lose, then the recap videos will be like an hour long, and the recap videos going to be long. Jay's offensive people. Arnett makes his NFL turn tomorrow. I'm rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for him. I think he's matured. That's a second chance. That's a guy that's made the most of a second chance. He was very good in the UFL. He seems like he's grown up a lot. Third down. Simpson, two at the top, one at the bottom. Clean pocket. Middle of the field. Open. Caught at the 30. Simpson is so good. Down to the 29. Bernard on the grab. Taken down on the play by Marlon Jones and Dante Carter. Gain of 18. Plays Sanchez going forward. Well, for this game, it's going to be Brady Quinn. Yeah, they were drunk on the Super Bowl once. Yeah, that did happen. That was true. Right, Brady Quinn is back called. It's not his fault. No, I'm not going to. If it's like in-game management, that's different. But if it's about like research, again, you don't even have 24 hours to prepare. Like, it is tough. It is tough. Brady Quinn gets a pass tomorrow for anything he says regarding like the actual management, regarding the actual teams and like their tendencies, because he had no time to prepare, and it's not his fault. Mac Jones gets a starting job from any team. Just keep doing this. Simpson, second read, not there. So going to look to take off. Reset his feet. Avoid the sack. He cannot. Brought down by the legs as the pocket collapses at the 33-yard line. The ball came out. Play is still going on. Ball came out and returned the other way for a touchdown by Bryce Cowan. The ball came out. We'll see if he was down, but as it stands, Vandy in front. Maybe on the broadcast, maybe at some point. Simpson saying he was down. He's not leaving the field. Again, you let this play out. I'm final line to play out. Let's double check. Was he down? Yep. Wrist is down. That's absolutely not a fumble. It's going to be a loss of 5. The wrist was down. They let it play out, but that will come back. It's going to be a loss of 5. He's got a second chance after Sam Mustang Blue. Yep. Poor Kenny Albert. Yep. Poor Kenny Albert. You know, he's too good for Vilma. Mark's going to Fisher for the next 3 to 5 years, guys. Yeah, he needs to go to bullpen. Yeah, the wrist is down while the ball's in his hands. He is absolutely down. He goes down a second time, too, before the ball comes out. Jones get traded? No, not this year. Not this year. He's staying on the Niners this year. But I could see the Jets as like a stopgap, potentially, if Fields is not the guy. Yeah, Vilma's going for Pat Soros to act like a fan on the air. Oh, my God. Vilma is... Take a shot every time he says something stupid or moans during a broadcast. You're going to be dead. Elbow isn't down, but wrist is... Yeah, the wrist is down. That's fine. Elbow is also down. He goes down a second time, and the elbow goes down. So either way, this is going to be... They have to reset the clock. This review right now is to reset the clock and whatnot, because the elbow is down, the wrist is down, and then he goes down a second time, and the elbow comes down that time. And then the ball comes out while he's on the ground. This will definitely be Bama ball. And it will be 2nd and 15, right around the 29-yard line, I would say. Yeah, permanently, I could see Brady Quinn potentially permanently. They might, I could see them poaching Patrick Peterson away, potentially. The also sports broadcasting, it does seem that way. Darnold versus Mayfield this week. Post pics of them as quarterback 2 and quarterback 3 in Carolina. God. The Panthers had it all and they blew it. Oh, come on. Come on. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. Oh, what a touchdown. What a touchdown. Let's go. Diego fumbled? Huh? Simpson fumbled. The Diego one was a fumble. The Diego one was absolutely a fumble. Back in the first quarter, that one was a fumble. This one, 100% not a fumble. The elbow was down too. The elbow was down as well. 2nd and 15. And Lagway looking good tonight. Lagway looking good. What a play by Wilson. How do you don't push the guy out? The silence extra defender, push him out. All right, second down the 34-yard line. They overturned the call. No surprises there. Simpson, crow right over the middle of the field. That's caught by Horton down to the 24. Brings up 3rd and 5. QB1 in Carolina when Mayfield and Darnold were there. Ooh, Mayfield and Darnold were there. Well, wasn't it Darnold? I thought Darnold was one. Mayfield was the backup. It wasn't Allen, right? It wasn't Kyle Allen. Was it Kyle Allen? It might have been Kyle Allen, now that I think about it. It might have been Kyle Allen. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. I'll have to check. It might have been Kyle Allen. Empty backfield, 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now motioning into the backfield goes Riley. I think it was Allen. I actually think it was Kyle Allen. Let me double check. I think it might have been Allen. 3rd and 6. Simpson stepping up, avoids the sack, and a takeoff and run for the first. He's got it. And he'll tiptoe the sideline out of bounds to the 10-yard line. Oh my God, no, it wasn't. It was P.J. Walker. It was P.J. Walker. Oh my God, it was P.J. Walker. Gain of 14 a first down. He was on thin ice with Mustang, yep. Right? Said this group before, but yeah, that's one of those. If you missed your work assignment because you got arrested for fighting a 70-year-old man, that is good luck. Good luck at that point. 1st and 10. Texas lost. I'd be concerned with the offense. I'd be very concerned. First down play action, Simpson. Flat's not there with Bernard. Second read is not there. He's got to throw the ball away. He's got to be smarter than that. He's got to be smarter. Throwing out the 21-yard line. Simpson has to be smarter on that one. That's his 4th sack he's taking today, and that one's entirely on him. He was out of the pocket, just let go of that ball. Yeah, what a QB room. You said us being arrested. That was the Uno reverse guard. Where's the CJ against LSU? Any competent quarterback, they win that game. I really think Florida is a good team if they have a quarterback that does not play like crap. Like if Lagway plays like he is today, they can beat any team in college football. They really can. With that defense, they can. But we just haven't seen from Lagway besides today. Bryce Young's NFL caliber potential? No, we never had the tools. Darnold and Mayfield at least have the tools. Angle route, batted down the line, looking for Cuevas, and broken up. Like, that's the problem. The problem is that Young can't throw more than 5 yards down the field. Here's P.J. Walker was QB1. Touchdown Penn State. 34-28 in that one. Third and 20. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his right. Simpson Checks it down. Can make an easier field goal at the 12-yard line. Jam Miller on the grab. So 4th and 12. You know, these things are happening. This is reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And Bama will line up for the field goal. Well, Connor Talty coming out. He's 1 for 2 today. This one from inside 30. Yeah, Walker was a stud in the XFL. You have the Roughnecks. Oh, he was so good. 30-yard try. Snap is good. Kick is up. It is perfect. Talty 2 for 3 today. Makes it a 6-point game. 6 straight for Bama. 2 drives, 2 field goals. Coming out of the halftime break, they've scored on each of the last 3 drives. They now lead it by 6. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. We're going to be live later tonight for the FSU Miami game. That should start, I would say, around 7:40, 7:45. And look out, potential full stop. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he can play in the NFL. I mean, we know that. We know he's got NFL potential. We know that. We know he's got, like, he's one of the best 70 quarterbacks in football. If that's never been a debate with him. They're still playing well. They can find the end zone. They cool off again. Yeah, I think the fact that they're getting pressure on Simpson's impressive. Yeah, the XFL was going place for COVID. Yeah, it really was. The attendance was good. The quality of play was good. The branding was good. Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully now that the UFL has an injection of money with Mike Rapole, and he seems to be. I mean, he's making a lot of drastic moves, but they seem to be. We'll see how they play out. And they're not going to do that. He's literally a U.S. citizen. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Yeah, Walker's down for CFL, yeah. Dave Elviston went from being the guy who could seem like a cool uncle to the guy hang out to, oh my god, this guy, wow, yeah. The 180 must have been shocking on that. Yeah, charged with 3 things after he was stabbed. Yep, he was the instigator. He was the aggressor in the situation. He was trying to break into someone's car. Was drunk. Was trying to fight a 70-year-old man. The guy used pepper spray, didn't work, so he then stabbed him in self-defense. 51st state. The economy's not great there. I don't think it's going to be a 51st state. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with that being a 51st state, but I think it's like the like average income is like half that of Mississippi, and Mississippi's last. It's basically the movie Revenge of the Nerds. A group of nerds getting revenge on their bullies after years of being the SEC punching bag. Yep. 2014 your score. Meanwhile, 34-28 in the UCLA game. UCLA getting it back off the touchback on the kickoff at the 25-yard line. Right, so yeah, that's still bad. At that age, that's still like, what are we doing here? All right, so after the kickoff, Bama's going to be playing defense here. Vandy, no points this quarter so far. But only down by 6, despite Bama scoring the last 13 points. The kick by Connor Talty. That will go into the end zone for a touchback. 1:17 to go. What's it going to begin with? Yeah, that's a good question. On a work trip to drink that much, that's probably that's not good. Ulamaliava's going to run. He's got the first down. Nice juke move. Splits 2 down to the 50. All right. Yeah, anything on a work trip, I can't even imagine. Going game that hammer on a work trip. Pavia. 13 for 19 today. Nearly 200 yards of total offense. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back goes in motion. Pavia takes it. Gonna pump fake to the side, and he's gonna try and run for it. He's gonna get 3. But taken down by Edric Hill, number 94. From second down. Who screws up less, Cristobal or Novell? Cristobal screws up less. Right, it would still be weird. 2nd and 7. Ball the 28-yard line. Could be the final play of the quarter, depending on how this goes. Back to his left here. Receiver motions out to the bottom. It's Richardson. Pavia takes it. They send forward. They're going to throw. Pump fake twice. And Pavia throws on the run. It's caught. First down at the 40-yard line. Pushed down to 42. Richie Hoskins on the grab. Gain of 14 and a first down. And they don't have to call another play. We'll see if they do. There's an 11-second difference. They're in the huddle. Hoskins, his 3rd grab of the day. After having 4 catches for 70 yards last week against Utah State. I'm just trying to get with the hard count here. They don't have to call a play. They're lining up like they're going to call something, but I think this is just, again, with a hard count. 2, 1, and we go to the 4th. We got a good one in Tuscaloosa, folks. Defeated first, Eagles or Bills? I would say Eagles. Their schedule's a bit tougher. All right. Put a poll up. And appreciate all you guys being here for this one. We got the emojis in. Shirts for one seems a bit more low scoring than the last time these teams met, but a good matchup all the same. First down UCLA at the 39-yard line. And the last time these teams met, Vandy snapping a near 40-year losing streak against them. Winning in Nashville. Now they have to go on the road to Tuscaloosa. A top 25 matchup. First time in nearly 90 years. Both teams are ranked at the same time, playing each other. You know, he's got to get help. Obviously, Sanchez needs to get help. He's going to be fired. I'd be very surprised if he's not fired. But he absolutely needs to get help, and because obviously this is a big problem. Like, no one should be getting that plastered, period. Especially not on a work trip. Like, hopefully he gets the help he needs, and obviously, hopefully everyone is okay in the situation, but I don't think Sanchez will be able to keep his job. Who wins the NFC West? I'm still going Rams on that one. I'm still going to go with the Rams. Arch throws a pick. Arch threw a pick. Let's go. Let's go. We have the Niners. Will it be the Niners? It could be the Niners. I think it's going to be one of those two. I think it's going to be the Rams, but it could be that. The 8-2 series after the first time they ever played against each other. I don't think they hold that lead anymore. I can take a wild guess on that one. Will Maliava get rid of it? Going deep. Incomplete. Yeah, Arch picked. This might happen. I'll tell you, Florida they can play with anyone. Florida is a good football team when their quarterback is not crap. So it's for tomorrow. Hopefully tonight if I can get on JJ News. Hopefully. But when Lagway actually looks like he did last year, Florida can play with anyone. They really can. Right, Rams are swept by Niners in 21. Yep. Was somebody Arch's pick? Because it was against Florida? That's why? Because Texas is playing Florida? I don't hate Arch. I have nothing against Arch. He's playing Florida. That's why. That's all it comes down to. I'm an ex-Gator fan. No, I'm still a Gator fan. I'm still a Gator fan, obviously. I'm a Garrison Sun Devil fan. They're going to bring back Orlando. Yep. Apparently the rent is very cheap in Orlando. They have a stadium deal, apparently, where after 23, they still have the leasing rights to the stadium for dirt cheap. So, that's my guess. Right, 4th and 1, they're going to go for it here. UCLA is going for it. The 30. Oh, they jumped. Penn State jumped. Free play. They're going to get 5 and a first down. Penn State jumped. ASU for Florida? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I honestly have not decided what I'm doing for ASU Florida. Obviously, High Point comes first and everything, but they don't have a football team. Are they no fans? Yeah, but the Apollos had fans in the AAF. The Guardians had no fans, so the branding also sucked. The branding for the Guardians sucked, and the timing sucked because they played in the middle of the day in the blazing Florida sun. Yeah, it sucks about San Antonio. They got screwed over. All right. Yeah, Mark Sanchez got arrested. Yep. He is probably not going to keep his job at this point. Handoff here. 65% around with Bama to win this one. Game at 2 on the give. It's AJ Newberry, number 23 on that one. 4 minutes, almost 17. All right, let's go. Let's go. 40 minutes. Oh, first down UCLA and out of bounds at the 6-yard line. They were in a goal-to-go spot. Up by 2 scores. Am I Gator Frank? I am a Gator Frank, yes. The LSU is no longer protected rival for Alabama. Yeah, I mean, the protected rivals, I don't get what Florida's is. I mean, it's easier for Florida, schedule-wise, but the fact that LSU is not and Tennessee is not, it's crazy. You know, he's in the UK. Yeah, Ben lives in the UK. Enough games go 6-6 and keep everything in place for next year. The schedule's easier next year, I will say. Yeah, New York Arden's good branding, doesn't work for Orlando. Yeah, it just... the advertising was not good compared to where it was in the XFL and with the AAF. Even the AAF advertising was better with the local markets. Cheryl, on the out route, gain of 6, 3rd and 2. Right, how many times, but he's never been reported or never escalate to that matter? Yeah. It does make you wonder, because usually it's not your first time. If you're getting at that level, it's usually not your first time. 3rd and 2. Ball at the 49, figure 4 down territory here, near midfield. And all Penn State needs on this, or all UCLA needs on this drive is 3. Get 3, make it a 2-score game. You're in a good spot. 3rd and 1 in the pistol. Tight end in motion. Pavia, wide open, caught. To the 25, to the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Ran the corner route. And now they're in the red zone. Cole Spence, the tight end, makes the grab, gain of about 32 yards. And a first down in the red zone. Or you still get straight to 2-score game. Yep, that's the important part. Is Nico folded? He looks good this game. Looks good this game. I do not know Yushu. I do not. I've actually never heard that name before. Ball to 17. Nice job there by Pavia. Fulham on the play action. They have the extra tight end in there, so I think it's going to be a running play, but nope. They have a Debbie in motion, the 3rd string tight end. Play action here, Pavia. They send 4. Middle of the field, double coverage, intercept to the 10, to the 15, and slides down the 18-yard line. Pavia throws into double coverage, and Keon Sabb makes the interception, and Bama takes over as Ilamaliava is going to run in for a touchdown for UCLA. Picked off over the middle of the field. Sabb. A savage on that one. I'm so sorry for that call. His first pick of the year, Bama's 4th. And for Pavia, his 4th interception thrown this year, 2nd turnover of the game for him. Fumbled earlier in the red zone. And fumbles there, that's twice now. They have fumbled, or they turned it over in the red zone. Heidi, in a 6-point game? In a 6-point game? No. Are you kidding me? To what? Heidi, to what? It's a 6-point game. You know, you go for 2 here for UCLA. It's literally a 6-point game. But Vandy's driven today, but 2 turnovers in the red area. And Keon Sabb gets the pick. Bama will take over with 12:30 to go in regulation here. UCLA going for 2. Amaliava, nothing there. Has to escape the sack. He does. Fires on the run. Back in the end zone. 2-point try is good. It's Gilmer. 42-28. Ilamaliava took a shot on that one. He's down. Ilamaliava is down. Ilamaliava is... Okay, now he's back up. Okay, that's good. He was down for a while, but now he's back up. 42-28 your score. Penn State might actually lose. They might. 10 pitchers and no innings. Oh, that's good. That's good. Good outing for the Yankee pitchers today, it feels like. Between Gill and Weaver. 6:41 left. That's a good nickname. That's a good nickname. Let's see if I can cash out on Penn State. I put UCLA money line at halftime because I'm like, you know what? Minus 210 on the money line or minus 220, whatever it was, in a 3-score game, you're never going to get that. You're never going to get that. I can cash out now and make 24 bucks. Why take any chances? Why take any chances with that? There we go. Beautiful. Why take any chances with that? Because their defense has not played well this F. I put 100 down on them at minus like 200. It would win like 145. So, they gave me the cash out for 124. I'll take that. Just take the free money and run. Take the free money and run. Bullpen game with 5 pitchers on average of 20 pitches. Like Auburn test here, obviously protect the rivals from Mississippi State over LSU. Yeah. I don't get the rivals for... I mean, Kentucky and South Carolina are not really... I don't really consider them rivals. Tennessee, LSU, Georgia. It should have been so obvious for Florida. And it's not. It's like, why are they not? Who remember before this divisional round? Mariners. I don't care who wins, just don't want the Mariners. So Anthem played or Board Anthem excellently played. I think the Board Anthem. The Board Anthem was insane. Because at least, like, the Soviet Anthem, you could say, okay, like, it was an old file. How did the Board file ever get in there is the question. Simpson. Second read, screen pass, calling for a combo to the 25, and down to the 29 should be first down for Riley. Match was a rugby match between Russia and Germany. Oh boy. At least I get that probably old file. Flag flies immediately on the snap. It's a high throw, incomplete, looking for Bernard. There was some movement beforehand. Did Vandy encroach? They did. It was a free play. Move it up 5. All Power 5 Florida teams should be SEC or ACC. All Power 4 teams? I mean, UCF, I mean, in theory, they should be. In theory, but the schools will never go for it. Too much competition. You know, 1st and 5. Yeah, Sanchez got arrested. Yep. Apparently, he was the instigator. Sanchez was the instigator. Oh, which 4 teams I prefer? Oh, which 4 teams would I prefer? Mariners. I really don't have, like, a preference. I guess besides Mariners, I don't have a preference. Back to his left on 1st and 5. Simpson's going to keep himself and then throw it out wide. Ryan Williams tries to make a man miss, but cannot. Will lose a yard on the play. As Colby Taylor comes up to make that. He was holding his groin as he made that tackle. So he might not be okay. 2nd and 6. Yeah, they're going to look at Colby. See what's holding his groin as he made that play. It's the same music, just similar to the beginning of the course is the same. Yeah, at least I understand that. At least to some extent. Right, FSU, though, is defending SEC, yes. Though it's on a... To be fair, it's not on the coast at all. To be fair, it's in a state that borders the coast. It's all conspiracy. To be fair, Florida State is in a state that borders the coast. Like, that I'm okay with. I'm okay with FSU and the ACC. Atlantic Coast, you're in a state that is on the Atlantic Coast. It is not like Stanford or Cal, where it's like, what are we doing here? They are on the Pacific Coast. Sure, you have Vanderbilt this week? I'm not sure. You gotta get a stop here, obviously. If it's a 2-score game, it's going to be very tough at that point. 2-score game is going to be very, very tough. And we're on a commercial break here after the injury. to Colby Taylor as he made the tackle. Second and 6. When we get back. SMU should be Big 12. Yeah, at the very least, pack. If you want to go pack on that one, I'm fine with that. The best version was sung by the Soviet Army Red Choir. No, I don't think that's a bad version. I don't think that's bad. I mean, doesn't matter where you're from. Yeah, the APCC. Yeah. Now, I will say, I think there is something with reps where, like, if you have a good quarterback, you're more inclined to think a bad throw was PI or something. That's the reason he missed it. I do think that's a thing. We got 2nd and 6 here. Art sacked again. Yeah, his pocket presence is not good. Whenever we get back from this injury timeout, which should be right about now. No touchdowns so far this half. 2 drives for Bama, 2 field goals. We're going to go down the field here after the Pavia pick to Sab with under 12 to go. Text me about how much UCLA, PSU, Florida, and Texas suck. That's like a down year so far. Well, UCLA was always supposed to suck. Florida, yeah, disappointment. Texas, yeah, Archer's not living up to the hype. Penn State, Aller is not good. Florida, I don't think I'm being biased when I say I think Florida can be a very good team if Lagway just doesn't play like crap. If Lagway plays well, they can be a very good football team. I really believe it. Because that defense is solid. In the flat-on play action, caught behind the line, makes a man miss, and we'll get back to the line. That's it. Rico Scott is saying grab the day for him. Bring us up 3rd down. They just got notification from the NFL up and Mark Sanchez. Oh, wow. Oh, Arch going deep. Intercepted. God. Holy crap. Arch Manning sucks. 3rd and 5. Wow. Oh, he's bad. Arch is like bad. Trips to the top. Back to his right here. 3rd and 5. Miller in the backfield. Let's go, baby. Takes the snap. They're going to send 4. Pressured. Simpson. Looking to throw on the run. And we'll dump it off. It's caught. What a beautiful play by Simpson. Keeping his eyes down the field. Throws to Horton. Open in the flat. As he had 3 guys on him. So I figure there must be someone open. And Horn adjusts his route following the eyes of Simpson to make the grab. It's a beautiful job by Horton there. Working on Langston Patterson. Handoff up the middle. Down to the 47. Goes Miller. Can any points of this try to make it a 2-score game? How many stars can you pay this year? Too much. However much it is, it's way too much. 6-1 Jays. So 2 bad playoff games today. Yeah, touchdown Penn State. 42-34 in that one. River could have Heidi. Though Oklahoma's not going to have their quarterback either. I don't think Mateer's playing. Two at the bottom. Handoff up the middle. Can he stay on his feet? He cannot. He's going to be just shy of the sticks at the 48-yard line. 3rd and 1. They give it to Riley. Frank Cooper-Alice. Better fantasy quarterback, McCarthy or Dart? Well, I don't know McCarthy's health. They go quick on a QB sneak, and Simpson gets a lot on a QB sneak to the 44-yard line. 1st down. River moved to 9 a.m. Eastern. Or at least 12 p.m. Not 3:30. But I would say Dart's better for fantasy. Just from what we've seen so far. McCarthy's going to take too many sacks, from what I can tell. And also, I don't know his health. How's it going, C2, man? Appreciate you tuning in for this one. Got 2014 scoreline, 9 to go. 12 inches short now. Let's go. So you got the foot trimmed off. That's good. Sure looks good. 1 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Back to his right. 8.5 to go on this one. Bernard in motion, closer to the line of scrimmage. Simpson hands it off up the middle to the 40 and down to the 39. This drive killing a lot of clock. How about the Yankees? Man, yeah, the pitching not good today. Not ideal when your starter can't go 3. Pass it back to within 7. Yep, I cashed out at the right time. I placed the 100 on Houston and I cashed out after they got it. Stars coming out part on Thursday Football. That would be incredible. Against the Eagles? Oh, man. What's the difference? Okay, the important thing for Bama on this drive, kill as much clock as possible to make it a 2-score game. And they're doing just that. Hand off to the side. That's going to be a first down to the 30. And brought down the 29-yard line. Down goes Jam Miller. Having a very good game today so far. Jam is looking pretty sharp. Did not look sharp last week against Georgia. Looked very slow in his first game back. But today, 93 yards rushing. I think he's actually over 100 at this point after that run. I think he's up to 102 after that run. He's up to 102 yards. Oklahoma by 44 against Kent State. Okay, well, Kent State sucks. This game, you cannot put any stock into this game for Oklahoma. Kent State is atrocious. It's a guarantee game. Handoff here, misdirection, breaks 2 tackles, and Riley gets down to the 22. Again, Oklahoma's a good team, don't get me wrong. Oklahoma's a very good team. How's it going, Adam? Oklahoma is a very good team. But this game is not indication of that whatsoever. Last one did not go through, Keller. I'm not sure why. Last one didn't go through. Appreciate tuning in, Adam, as always. Texas right now. Well, they just got a pick. I think Lag was first real bad throw of the day. Second bad throw of the day, I should say. Threw into triple coverage earlier. Yeah, that was double coverage. Didn't see the safety. Second 2 trips to the top of the screen. 6:30 go Bernard in motion. They give to the side, and Riley will get down to the 21. 3rd and 2. One for Penn State. Ooh. Now you have to wonder, obviously, you want to make it a 2-score game. But with your kicking struggles this year, is this 4-down territory? Talty's not exactly the most reliable kicker. Obviously, NFL, there's no debate here. There's no debate if you don't get the first down. You kick the field goal, make it a 2-score game, and you go from there. But with how, as Arch gets sacked again, of course he does, with how unreliable Talty has been at times this season. He ordered us to kick earlier this year, or this game, I should say. If you don't get this, what do? Simpson. Line up like he's going to do a QB sneak at the 20-yard line. Going to go to the fullback, and second effort will get the first at the 18. That's the offensive lineman, Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor, we called his name last week. He had a run for 11 yards. He gets another run there, the big man. Oh, Healthy Material blows Texas out of the water. Yes, absolutely on that one. Fact on that one. It's a first down. Are you kidding me? That's the second straight game that the offensive tackle has gone a first down on the ground. Caden Proctor, 366 pounds. Good luck bringing him down. 5 minutes to go. Long drive. Well within field goal range in the red zone now at the 13-yard line on the handoff to Miller. He'll get 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Sure, the voters will 5-1 lead in the playoffs at home. No, they would never. They never did that before. No, Archer cannot throw the deep ball. He can't throw any ball. The clock's at 0. That should be delay of game. Yeah, they blow it dead. Yeah, delay of game for Texas. Good job. What's a good thing for the stream? He's likely out since Hunter Jackson mentality. Yep. Hand up the middle. Though the game like that, I mean, because we're doing the Indiana game at the same time, we might just put less focus on it. But yeah, they milk the clock at this point. They're doing that. This is a long drive. This is a long drive. About 8 minutes taken off the clock, and Vandy gonna have to burn their first timeout as a result. Vandy burns a timeout. Yeah, first downs for these proud wearers at Crimson and White. There you go. UCLA's got 3rd and 1. 42-35 your score. 3rd and 1 at the 34-yard line. Malava takes it. They send 5. The flat's open. Caught. Ooh, I don't know if he got it. Ooh, I think he's short. He fell down before the line to gain. It was a bit behind him and he stumbled. I think he's short. Oh, Penn State might dodge the bullet there. He's short. He's short. I think they're going to have to go for it. Penn State not to get them out. Well, now I think you do. First, you have to see the spot on this one. He didn't get the first. He stumbled before he got the first. He needs to get to the 35. He did not. He's short. He cleared out with John Schneider's matcher. Yep. He's short. They're not taking a timeout. But you have to call a play. UCLA, I don't think they realize they have to call a play. UCLA doesn't realize they have to call a play. There's a difference in the play clock and the game clock. They call it on 4th and 1. Ilamaliava is stuffed. He is stuffed. And Penn State's going to take over. Oh, I cannot do John Facetta's voice. Second effort, produce first downs. I cannot do the voice. They don't get it. Wow, that stumble just cost them the game. In the NFL, that's a first down because you can just roll over. Oh my God. That was the most clutch cash out ever. That is a clutch cash out right there. That was clutch on my end. Penn State is now favored. Penn State is now the favorite. The live favorite is on Penn State right now. Oof. Did I put some money on UCLA? Yeah, why not? Throw a 20 down on UCLA. Why the heck not? I already won 23 earlier, so it's no harm done. UCLA doesn't win. All right, we'll throw 20 down live line UCLA. They're underdogs right now. Just sneak it. They tried it. They tried to, but they should have taken a timeout. They should have taken a timeout there. They clearly were not ready, but they tried going QB power on that one. Yeah, TBS is scrubbing. It's not been it for a while. Stumble falling down with results on a dead ball, but just sneak it. Yeah, I would just sneak it there. QB power. I don't hate the call QB power, but man, if UCLA loses this one. All right, 3rd and 4 for Bama. Obviously well within field goal range. Killing a lot of clock on this drive. Just over 4 minutes to go. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'm going to get everything set for the next stream too. So I'm going to link that so you know where to go for FSU Miami when we start that up in an hour's time. So let me link that. 3rd down. Go fall forward with the first. Yep. That's what's so frustrating too. Williams in motion. Simpson going to throw. In the flat. Open and then dropped. Ryan Williams. We praised how good his hands were during this game so far, but the drop issues there. That's going to stop the clock. That is going to stop the clock. Bama's going to have to sell for 3, which is fine. It's a 2-score game, but man, you would have wanted to potentially get a first down there or force him to take another timeout. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. But Talty going to line for the field goal to make it a 2-score game. He's 2 for 3 today. This one, 30 yards, well within his wheelhouse. And an 8-minute drive by Alabama will culminate in 3 points to make it a 2-score game as the kick is good. 23-14, your score. And obviously everything at this point from Vandy becomes 4-down territory. They have 2 timeouts and then 2-minute timeout to work with, but they gotta do some stuff here. Yeah, shotgun for the foot. I wasn't crazy about that. All right. I'll get the emojis in for that stream once that starts. An appointment for tattoo number 29 later, and it took $568 from Hot Topic. Holy cow! Dude, salty for allergic to salty. There you go. You probably have spent more money. That's probably the most expensive order Hot Topic's ever gotten. $568 in one go at Hot Topic. Wow. Just in shirts, not even Funko Pops. My $1 Jones stories on first. Yep, everything adds up. Everything adds up. You're up by 10. Oregon State got a safety. They had the ball. Yep. It's a close one against App State. It's a close one. This 3 o'clock slate has been drunk. The 12 o'clock slate was not that good. This slate's been solid. All right, Allard flushed out, and he will be brought down after a gain of 3. I mean, look, the fact that UCLA is underdogs in this one, despite being up by 7, I figure I might as well throw 20 down and see what happens. Kickoff, fielded in the end zone, taking out to the 5, 10, 15, spins out of trouble, spins out a second tackle. He's got room to the outside, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, turns the field to the 35. Nice return there, breaking out of a couple of tackles. Trey Richardson. Vandy going to have some decent field position. Get him on your tail, yep. We'll be here for SC Miami. I had a feeling. Had a feeling on that one. There's a flag on the play, though. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. There is a flag on the play. Washington takes the lead against Maryland. Wow. You know, Florida's got 3rd and 8, up by 15. If they get this, it should be over. It will not, but they force Texas to burn their final timeout. The flag is on Vandy. Personal foul on Jalen Stone. And man, just an undisciplined play right there. Jay's game, I turned it off once it got to just ridiculously ugly. You bit faster, could have gone to the house. Yeah, the problem is the personal foul. Also gone to UW and not to Maryland, so yikes on that, yeah. They're both good schools. I mean, Maryland's a great school. Washington's also a very good school. Big Ten schools are very, very good. Double that on Funko Pops. Oh, yeah, no, Funko Pops, you could easily do that. Funko Pops, I mean, Hot Topic Funko Pops, from the exclusive pops that they have, really good. But just in shirts, I've never seen anyone spend that much money on shirts at Hot Topic in one go. Funko Pops, oh, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. So, the return got you to the 35, then watched Stone after this. He got into it with QB Reese. That late hit is what got him. Watch it be so tomorrow. I have it on my screens, yeah. I'll definitely have a Sunday game on my screen because there's nothing else on besides Sunday football. And the 4 o'clock games, yeah, I'll have the one game on. Texas fields the punt, the 20, taken to the 30. All right. First down for Vandy, pinned back after the personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Same time this year at the pass, so I'm watching an FSU game with their local alumni club. All right. Let's see what happens this one. Should be a tight one against Miami. Meanwhile, 4th and 2 in the Penn State game. Timeout UCLA with 39 seconds left. Trips to the top. Pavia scrambling out. Fires in the flat. That ball is low and incomplete. Looking for Sherrill. 2nd and 10. Can you imagine if we did Penn State UCLA as the game? Can you imagine that? I mean, there wasn't a bad option for you make the call. There really wasn't. Florida, Texas. Upset. This, yeah. With UCLA, I mean, there was not a bad option for this. You guys made the right call in Air Force Navy. You made the right call for sure in West Kentucky, Delaware. Like, you guys were 2 for 2 so far this weekend. I don't want to say 3 for 3 because every game's been good, but pretty good. Arch, almost to another pick. 2nd and 10. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Takes the snap. Pavia, pressured, stepping up. He's going to take off and run to the 20. 2 hands on the ball down to the 25. Gain of 11 and a first down. Stream for Vikes Browns tomorrow. I'm not going to do the Vikings Browns game. I don't think so. I don't think I am. First down, they go quick. Pavia, they send 4, pressured. Throws on the run to the sideline, caught out of bounds to the 29. Meanwhile, Penn State 4th and 2 for the game. Jet sweep, stuffed. Drew Allard stuffed. Drew Allard gets stuffed. And UCLA is going to win. UCLA. Well, Penn State's got 3 timeouts. It's not over yet. But they should be winning this one. Penn State cannot get it on 4th and 2. Like a post-game stream? Yeah, I don't think so. Allard didn't get it on the jet sweep. 2nd and 5, 3 minutes to go. They fake the jet sweep on the read option. Pavia, they send 4, flushed out, escapes the sack, and then gets thrown down to the ground as he tries to get rid of that ball. Keon Sabb on the stop. 3rd and 5. He's forced the errant throw with 2:53. Well, again, it's not over yet, but it's pretty close to over. Man. It's actually funny, the money I would have made on the if I kept the bet. I got the cash out and I got that. Do I count? Yeah, I'm going to cash out here. What's next? Yeah. There's no reason not to cash out. $20, cash out for $37.82. The payout will be $40.80. Like, just in case. The extra $2 doesn't mean anything. I'm like, let's just cash out there. All right, there you go. That's a live betting for you. 3rd and 5. Yeah, LR cannot play. LR sucks. One at the top, 3 at the bottom. Back to his right as Texas scores a touchdown. Should go for 2 here. Try to make it 7. Know what you need. Pavia. Deep down the field, low throw. I think it hit the ground. They're gonna rule catch on that one. Richardson. Nice job there by Richardson at the 47-yard line, getting a 17. I think that hit the ground. Oh, yeah, it did. That hit the ground. I was going to say. Good effort. But, yeah, he missed it. They're reviewing that play. They're reviewing that one. That hit the ground. And I'm going to put a poll up. Do you think that was a catch or not? Or, yeah, they're going to get back at best for 22 seconds. No timeouts. Yep. I'll put a poll up. This should not be close. I'm glad that Texas is going for 1. So they won't know what they need. Whereas I'm winning small games now. Like people are like, I like James Franklin, but my concern is that he can't win the big game. And Franklin's like, okay, bet. How about this loss to Penn State? They need to run the table at this point to have any shot. Incomplete pass, yep. They have to go for it here. Jays fans, top 5 best friends in baseball. I don't know what I would say the best friends in baseball are, but Jays fans are very, very good. And that dome gets loud. That dome gets loud when it's packed. All right, you got to go for 4th and 5. 2:46. The Penn State Texas Big Bears this week, yep. Bruins taking intentional safety here. I'm okay not taking it. Because 7-point game, if you're not going to be punting out of your own end zone. Pavia. Intercepted on 4th and 5. To the 35-30. There's a flag on the play, though. They're going to get a late hit, too. That's a stupid penalty by Vandy. Late hit. Xavier Mincy on the interception. Man was doubled. Second pick of the game for Pavia if it stands. Now, obviously, there was a flag on Vandy. We know what that flag is. We know there was a flag afterwards for a late hit out of bounds. Just completely lost his cool. What's the first flag? You just can't be committing those kinds of penalties. Great pick there by Mincy if it stands. And 2 flags on this one. We have holding on the defense. And we obviously have the personal foul for the late hit out of bounds. Wait, how did Florida get the 5-yard line? How is Florida at the 5? What happened on the kickoff? Okay, 4th and 11. They're going to punt this one away. They're going to take their sweet time. They're going to take the intentional safety. They're going to take... Wow, they're taking the intentional safety. I'm not sure I agree with that. I'm not sure I agree with that. Because a touchdown now wins the game and not tie it. There's enough time where the field position might be negligible. I'm not sure I agree with that one. 10 seconds left, yeah. But not with 25. Fox broadcast well far back as sports sets, yes. I mean, no, Fox is far back with everything. All right, so first down for Vandy. But it's going to be at the 25 yards. So they lose 5 yards, but they get a new set of downs. So if they sort all that out, 2:36 left. New set of downs for Vanderbilt because of the defensive holding. But then the personal foul moves it back. So a 10-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty wiping it back. They send 4. Pavia. Middle of the field on the crosser on the drag. And will make the grab at only 5. That's fine for Bama. Richardson. Down to the 30. That serves a good idea. I don't agree with it. I do not agree with it. Good Good thing I cashed out. Touch the ball at 50 and then went down to 5 for a turnover. Ah, that makes sense. Florida just shoots 1 first down. It's over. Going deep over the middle of the field, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Looking there for Richie Hoskins. It's still somewhere light. Yep. Murder Drones? Never heard of that show. In theory, keep taking intentional safeties. In theory. In theory, it could be dumb to keep doing it. But in theory, you could. Glad I cashed out when I did. Just in case. Third down. Trips to the top, won the bomb back to his right. Pavia rolls out, fires on the middle of the field. That one's caught the 37 down to the 38-yard line. Will that take us down to the 2-minute timeout? As Penn State returns to the 30, 35, and out of bounds to the 38-yard line. It will take us to 2-minute timeout. The guys who did amazing deal of circus? Ooh, did not know that. So 2 minutes to go. Vandy, 2 timeouts to work with. Down by 2 scores. Gonna need a lot at this point. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Make sure you join me for the Florida State Miami stream once that starts. That game should be underway at, I'd say 4:40. 7:40, I mean? 4:40 my time. 7:40 Eastern time, I would assume, for that one. Oh, Allor swings it out. Yeah, that's going to do a lot. That's going to do a lot. A 2-yard pass. That's a really good play. Wow. Good job, Allor. Good job on that one. Washington wins this. Oof. PW's pitch woo woo time, yep. Pitch woo woo time. Allor going deep down the sideline, incomplete, so they got time for 1 play, 2 seconds. Yeah, bad. I'm gonna hop on, just come around the float. Hey, right, yes. They stopped playing that ad. They've stopped doing that ad, which is nice. I think they realize how much it sucks. All right. Final play. Allor, middle of the field. Pitchy woo woo time. Here we go. Tackle to the 41. Allor gets it and falls down, and UCLA is going to win. They carry the coach off the field. The interim coach pulling off, undoubtedly, the biggest upset of the season. Penn State should be unranked. Yes, they should. Undoubtedly, biggest upset of the year. Yeah, I was physical crossover. Yep. UCLA fans like to crap on the field. I do it. I would do it. Undoubtedly the biggest upset of the season. Interim coach. They won a game. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's been summer 17. Let's go. God, I love this sport. God, I love this sport. Wow. That really just happened. Yeah, Franklin, I think his seat is flaming at this point. As it should be. His seat is on fire. Yeah, Nico showed up. Yep. Nico played well today. Nico actually played well. Which is an ordinary Yankees Blues. Oh my God, Squidward. Interim coaches be a top 10 team. Yep. First win of the season. Lane Kiffin get James Franklin the Lane Kiffin treatment. He should. Maybe best game of the big on CBS era. I mean, there's not a lot to choose from, but yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Not a lot to choose from, but fired outright, not right away, but I think his seat is warming up. Last 7-14 worst to beat a top 10 team was 19-5 UTEP against BYU. God. It has been that long. God, this sport, when you think you know it all with this sport, something like this happens. Pavia sacked by Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. Hey, the emoji's in just a second, folks. Hang on for the next game. Second down. Clock is moving at the 28-yard line. Pavia, middle of the field, high throw, incomplete, off the hands of his receiver. Florida's going to upset Texas too. They could. It's 3rd and 3. They need to get one more first down. For that one, it's got to be an all-time upset. Oh, absolutely. Got 50 to win, 90 on South Alabama to cover 1.5. Oh, nice. I bet on UCLA at the half, and then I bet a second time on them. When I cashed down, I bet a second time on them. When it was 35-28, and they were the underdogs. Yeah, this is an all-time upset. Considering the spread, considering Penn State was top 10, UCLA interim coach, hadn't won a game, looked like a program in ruins. Yeah, this is an all-timer. 3rd and 21, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his left. Pavia takes it, they send 4. Stepping up, gonna throw it deep on the run. It is dropped on the interception. Xavier Brown. It was in his hands. He drops what could have been the game-ending pick. 4th and 21. They kick the field goal. I don't think they're kicking a field goal here. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they are not kicking a field goal at their own 28-yard line. It would be about a 90-yard try. Which only Ben would happen on? Mariners. As USC fans petrified me, now we'll probably use UCLA by 40. You know, they're going somewhere with their interim. Meanwhile, Virginia-Louisville, the other game that was an option in overtime. So really, there were no bad options for this one. There were no bad options for this to make the call. This slate has been insane. 4th down. Pavia stepping up, middle of the field. Dropped at the 45. Maybe a bit too high, but a throw you got to come down with. Eli Stowers, the tight end, the intended target, was open down the field. And it's incomplete. You coming around the Harris float? Yep. Right, Florida did not get it. Yep. So first down for Bama. That should be close to the ball game. It's like a miracle at this point. Then he has 2 timeouts. Best case scenario, they get it back down by 12 with about 20 seconds to go. It's basically over. No, we're not signing off just yet. If they get a first down, we'll sign off. They got a first down, we're going to side off. Hang on. Yeah, it would take a miracle. Yeah. It would take a miracle. Probably 3 miracles. Yep, you were right on that one. Now, man, happy 17th, man. Happy 17th. Appreciate you spending it with me. Appreciate you spending it with me. In Bama, they cannot kneel. I mean, they can if they want, but they can't end the game with a kneel down. I had Bama in my top 5. When I did my rankings, I had Bama number 5 behind Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, and Ole Miss. So, Florida punts it away. That's fine. It's going to bounce 2 out of bounds with a 32. All right, 57 seconds left for Texas to do anything. Got to get 68 yards and a 2-point conversion. 2nd and 6. 1 timeout left. Again, if first down happens, we're going to sign off here. Because the game will be over. Handoff up the gut. Keeping the pile moving to the 26-yard line. And that'll be their second timeout. I shall bring to you in this channel another friend of mine who goes to Texas, Oklahoma. Oh, let's go. The more the merrier. Worst in big games. James Franklin, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Judge, James Harden. The Mount Rushmore. I would say... I mean, Franklin was the only one dumb enough to call a timeout and then call a running play on 4th and 5 after calling a timeout. It's gotta be Franklin. At least Lamar can play well in big games. He can show up. The game against Buffalo, Mark Andrews sold out. The game against KC, there was the fumble at the goal line. He didn't play well in those games, but at least he had moments. Franklin has never had a moment, period. Arch gets sacked. Of course he does. Oh, helmet comes off. Yep, perfect. All right. 3rd and 3. Where they can't call timeouts. Yep. He's got to be Franklin. If the Jays can knock out tomorrow's starter early, yep. That team is stacked. They hand off to the side and will not get the first. So they give it to Miller. Do you even try a field goal here? I might just go for this. I might just go for this. You don't want to risk a block, potentially. I might just go in this spot. You don't want to risk a kickoff return for a touchdown the other way, especially as you allow one against Wisconsin. You allowed a big return against Vandy earlier in the game on just the very last kickoff return. I might just go for this here. Kill as much clock as possible. Call timeout when the clock's at 1. Go for it and go from there. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Texas gets the first down at the 44. There's a flag on the play, though. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what it is. Bama, you figure they're going to call timeout with 1, and they will do just that. I'm leaving the offense out there. I'm going for it. Penn State versus Boise State was a big game. An upset, in fact. That was not an upset. Penn State was favored. Penn State was favored. They were minus 355 favorite. It was a double-digit spread. Yeah, that was not an impressive win. That was literally, they were double-digit favorites. Remember, the seeding last year, the top 4 seeds were conference champions. It wasn't the 4 best teams. In terms of talent, 92, 93, 15, 16. Ooh. That might be the right order. That might be the right order on that one, Jacob. How they played a 3 seed? The top 4 seeds were the top 4 conference champions. It wasn't... Come on, by like, just going off that logic, the Buccaneers being the Commanders in the playoffs. The Commanders were the 4 seed, below 500. The Buccaneers with Tom Brady. That wasn't an upset. Florida got the pick. Ball game. On 4th and 2, they're going to run it for the touchdown. Jam Miller ends this ball game in style. 29-14. They go for it on 4th. They get it. And, oh, man, if you were the spread, that's a bad beat. That's a bad beat, my friends. That is a bad beat. Bama scores a touchdown. Jam Miller, for again at 20. He's back. He is back. The Carter walk-off's number 1. The bat flip is number 2. Bat flip is 2. 29-14. The extra point here. Oh, you got a touchdown? That's fine. 17 seconds left. That one's fine. 2-score game. Better get the ball back. It doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter. You have to slide. 1 score. If it's a 1-score game, I agree. There, I'm fine with it. I'm more than okay with it in that spot. Arch gets sacked. Again. For like the 20,000th time this game. I mean, you could have slid it in the game. I'm okay with that. Now, if we're talking like tie game, yeah, you slide. Or not tie game. You're talking a 1-point game, yeah, you slide. But 17 seconds left, fine with it. Right. It's a 2-score game, but still. 17, I'm okay with going for it there. I'm okay with that. That's not one of those you slide. Did Texas just... Yep. Yeah, the Carter walk-up, Batista bat flip. I would say Encarnacion walk-up and Donaldson dash. I think Texas spiked it with no time left. I think that's ball game. All right, kickoff here. And this one's over. So we're going to sign off here. The field goal misses. Tie game you can't stop. You know, I meant 1-point game. I meant 1-point game. You know, that's ball game. Texas ran out of time. Florida wins. Florida wins. Arch is so bad. Arch is so bad at this. Middle of the field, nothing doing. That's going to be the ball game. Final score 30-14. One more play for Pavia. Middle of the field, caught at the 44. just to have the stats a little bit by Bryson Coleman. And that's your ball game. 30-14 your final. I'm going to be live in 30 minutes for the FSU Miami game. Appreciate you guys tuning in. No, they didn't storm the field. Gators don't storm. The Gators have never stormed the field. That's the media. That is the media. They're not a single Gator storming the field. Texas Bench Arch, yeah, he's not good. He's not good. All right, 30-14 your final. Appreciate you guys tuning in. JJ signing off. I'll see you guys in just a little bit for FSU Miami. Bama wins by 16, and they improve to 2-0 in conference play and 4-1 on the season. See you guys in just a bit.